Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Battleground Games Live. Hi, folks. Welcome to the Loft in Battleground Games and Hobbies in Abington, Massachusetts. For those of you just joining us and unfamiliar with Battleground, we are a game and hobby store in the greater Boston, Massachusetts area, specializing in card games, board games, miniature war games, role-playing games. That's what I'm missing. Yes.
Because we actually have a role-playing game stream coming up.
We do.
Very
We'll
shortly.
get to that. We'll get to that in a couple of
Yeah.
seconds. So yeah, we have 3 locations in the greater Boston area. There's one up in Saugus on Route 1 by Fuddruckers, which is always delicious. There's one down in Norton near the, the Xfinity
Yeah, near
Studio,
the Xfinity Center.
the Xfinity Center. And there's one here in Abington, which has a convenient loft from which we can stream. We've got a nice streaming setup.
Yeah.
And every Friday, myself and some friends get together and usually learn to play a game live right in front of your eyes. Tombstone. Okay, John's on his way. He'll be here.
Awesome. We're here.
We'll see you when you get here.
Stretch for time.
Anyways, yeah. So every Friday, we get together and play different board games. Sometimes they're games that we know well and know how to play, but very frequently they're games that we have never played
Usually
before. And that's sort of the flavor of the stream. It's us learning to play a game. We get things wrong. We have good times. We hang out with you folks in the chat. And yeah, so that's what our object is. As Amanda said, we have other streams that we do. Amanda, introductions, I suppose.
Yeah.
Hi, folks. I'm Andrew. I'm one of the founding members of this stream. And who are you?
Hey, I'm Travis. I'm trying to find out. You can find me trying to find out how to get in on that sweet Fuddruckers money, because he's clearly been paid off.
Paid in burgers.
We have
tasty
not
burgers.
been paid in burgers.
I like their shakes too. Oh man,
We have
I
not
like
been
Fuddruckers.
paid in shakes. I'm Amanda. I'm usually here too.
She's also a founding member. Travis, you've been streaming with us for more than a year now.
Yeah,
Quite some time.
yeah.
So
I think I came on after what? After like 3, 4, 5-ish streams.
Something like that.
It was
our
fairly early on.
stream, we streamed a little bit irregularly. If you look into the YouTube archive, there's some amusing, very, very
tubes.
old streams there. And then we
We're
did
much better
Extra
now.
Life. We actually started the stream during an Extra Life, then
Yeah.
didn't stream at all for most of a year.
Why would
And then
we
started
keep
streaming
momentum
again.
going?
Yeah, then started streaming again periodically in like June or something. And then had an
like
Extra Life, and it was enormous and wonderful and
It
a
was
lot
ton
of
of
fun. And ever since then, almost every weekend, we have streamed something.
We need to update John's.
Yeah, I know. He can no
Great.
longer be found on the Disgruntled GM podcast.
Well, the problem is John's normally here,
yeah.
not in our chat, so we haven't seen that greeting
Yeah.
from the bot.
You
Oh,
know,
hey.
in
he can
quite
be
some
found
time.
on Disgruntled GM podcast.
He can. It's just not.
It's
not
just
new
not-
episodes.
Not new episodes.
So
I want to do a thing.
sometimes I stream painting streams. Sometimes
Yep.
Andy will paint on stream. I didn't do any streaming today. I had to go get my hairs cut. So
you know what? If we need to stall for time, I have a question for you guys.
sure.
Okay,
that I
fine.
can pose. PlayStation Network.
Yeah.
They recently rolled out an ID change
Yes,
program.
I saw that.
Yeah.
And I've been sitting on an old ID that I would rather move off of. It's no longer entirely relevant to me. And unfortunately, my Twitch handle, 16 Angry Bears, you can't start with a number. Needs to start with a letter. Spelling out 16.
Does it put you over the character limit?
By 1.
So annoying.
16 Angry Bear.
16 Angry Bear doesn't sound right to me.
Okay.
So I was thinking, and I want to get your guys' opinion.
Yep.
XVI _ Angry Bears.
No, that's good.
Yeah.
You like that?
I do.
Definitely.
See, at first I had XVI Angry Bears, and I was like, XVIA.
Yeah.
No,
yeah, I
you
understand.
need to have a separation.
But yeah, XVI Angry Bears.
Watch it
does
be taken.
work.
Somebody's already using it.
When I checked, I checked.
Can you put
it was available.
a lowercase x and then an uppercase x and
Or
then
you
an
could just do
underscore and then
XVL.
XVI
I thought we're
and then
trying
and then an x and a lowercase. So
I thought we were trying to move away from that stuff, you know?
Andy and I follow Loading Ready Run, and one of the guys there jokingly, when PUBG came out, so PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds came out originally, he made a handle in the game as a joke, and it is legitimately just his long-term handle in the game now, and it is XX James XX. He was joking around, but legit, he's now like a PUBG partner, and that's his. That's his handle.
They can change it even if you want to.
Yeah, that's just his name now. So I find that very amusing. He was like, "Oh no, this was supposed to be a joke. Oh no, I'm gonna have to keep this."
Talk about committing to the bit.
It's been what, like 2 years now or something like that. So yeah, no, I like XCI. That's good.
Oh, speaking of 16 Angry Bears.
Right now.
Hi, Travis. Whoa. Hello, Pi. Welcome.
Hey.
We have not gotten around to gaming yet because we have an empty chair.
We have an empty John.
I mean, I could teach you guys the rules, and when he gets here, he'd be disadvantaged because he wouldn't have any idea what was going on.
John's very quick on the uptake. He'll learn.
So you had mentioned, Amanda, other streams that we do.
So Andy and I both stream painting every so often. I'm currently working on the Fallout Wasteland Warfare figures. I do have a couple of other projects in mind, but that's what I'm working on at the moment. I want to get that base box done so that I can force Derek to play with me. It's my big
I also
dream.
feel that when the Fallout RPG comes out, we'll use the minis
yeah.
from Wasteland Warfare.
And I have a feeling that, because it's Modifius doing that
Yes.
as well, so I have a feeling that they will have that in mind as well. Because I got, frankly, an embarrassing number of figures for the winter holidays and my birthday. So I have a little stack of boxes that I have to clip off their sprues and put together.
It's going to be fun.
So yeah, I have a lot of painting for that ahead of me, so I'll be working on that. Like I said, I didn't do that today, but it's a coming. We're super quiet.
Are we?
Apparently. None of us have headphones in, so none of us are...
I can turn us up a little bit, but I don't think we're super quiet looking at the levels.
My mic is further away from my mouth than normal because I'm wearing a weird shirt today. I'm wearing my Star Trek-y shirt. I should have actually worn my actual Star Trek shirt.
You could have done.
I could have worn my Doctor Who shirt.
Is this any better?
Do we sound louder, or are we still super quiet?
Don't worry.
Can confirm y'all are kind of quiet. Better. Okay.
Better.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Cool.
So hey,
that
hi.
works then.
Great. We can double our stalling time by just repeating everything we said because they
Yeah,
clearly
I'm
can't hear
sure
us.
they can hear us.
There's also a stream coming up on Sunday.
Yes, which will involve Insidious Pie in our stream.
Insidious Pie will be with us live on camera, as will our friends Andrew, Amy, and Sarah, and then myself and Andy. And we will be playing the third installment of our Ravnica D&D session. I'm very excited about this, though also very nervous because we apparently just blew up Jace, living guild pact,
Live on camera and blonde.
Really? I see.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
I have some extra purple.
You're halfway there.
Yeah. Are we living on a prayer?
Yes.
We can be if you want to.
Okay. And yeah, we apparently just blew up Jace by accident. We didn't blow up Jace. We were just instrumental in handing over an object that we didn't know would blow up Jace, but which did blow up what we assumed to be Jace.
So things are happening in
Yeah,
D&D.
so we might be getting arrested or running. It's sort of like my character's like worst nightmare to get arrested by the Azorius. She's not fond of them, so yeah, we didn't intend to. That wasn't what we wanted to happen. We thought we were doing something good, not blowing
Amanda,
dude up.
we were going to test a thing.
Yeah.
So there is
a thing.
apparently a new bit type
There is.
that is available.
And it actually, when you click on the little bit thing down in the chat window, unless you're on mobile, because Andy couldn't see it, but on the desktop version, on the browser version, when you click on that little bit icon in your chat window, there is a little box at the top that says, give more bits to this streamer. And the bleed purple bits give 10% bonus bits when you cheer 10 or more.
There you go.
So if you cheer 10 bits, it's more like cheering 11 bits. So I'm going to cheer some bleed purple bits.
I'm curious to see what they look like. Ah, there, Insidious Pie.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, so 50 bits counts as 55 bits. So the +1 just automatically happens.
It just automatically tosses in there.
That's pretty cool.
Wow.
So that's pretty awesome.
Give us some of Jeff Bezos' money by giving
we'll happily
10
take
or
some
more
of
bits.
Bezos' money. Yeah, you beat me to it because I was doing individual. It's like, all right, one each.
I mean the margin in which you purchase bits. No. We're taking Bezos' money. Yep.
Yeah.
We're just.
I mean, you could have gotten these bits by watching ads, in which case, free money.
Basically.
It only costs.
You don't have to pay attention to the ads. Those ads for a while, I was getting an ad for refreshing water with booze added. It was like alcoholic water, and it had all
your brand.
The ads were all like young, attractive people going surfing and stuff, and like drinking what looked like water, but it was actually booze. And it was like, it's refreshing, and it'll keep you going all day. And I was like, if you're drinking alcohol, it's not keeping you going all day. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
And because all these ads are meant to be interactive, yeah, it's boozy water. Legit, it was bizarre. So because the ads are all supposed to be interactive, you're supposed to click on something at some point in the ad to let it know that you're actually like paying attention, not just letting it run. And exactly. So I had concerns too. So because I had it muted, so I didn't notice it first. I was like, is this just flavored water? Like, because it would ask me at the end, which flavor are you gonna try? And it was like mango, pomegranate, and lime were your three options. And I was like, okay, they're like tropical flavors.
It's windmill
and
flame
it's
pomegranate.
all this stuff where they're like going surfing, and I was like, okay, I can see it's like LaCroix. It's yeah, except not carbonated. And then I realized I like actually paid attention to the ad at one point, and I was like, this is booze. This is boozy water. And legit, it was like water with alcohol content, and it was flavored. And I was like, this sounds terrible. Like, I don't drink, but even if I did, this sounded terrible. I was more interested when it started showing me Jarritos ads, which is a Mexican soda. and that it was like tamarind soda.
See,
and
I
I was
usually
like,
I'm lazy, so I pay for my bits.
I am on
But
board.
I have watched ads for bits, and it gave me cat food ads. And I was like, yes, okay. This shows that
I get like Bud Light ads. And
my internet profile is
boozy
accurate.
water. See, I don't let it know anything
Yeah,
about
I
me,
know.
so it just tries to give me what it thinks. And if I'm following streamers that like 20-somethings who like alcohol follow, it's just sort of like, oh, guess we'll give you the booze ads. So
I was getting a lot of Carnival Cruise Lines. I was like,
wow.
like, what makes you think? In my history,
that Carnival Cruise Lines would be the go-to for you. Yeah, I get
I assume this is John on the stairs.
one hopes.
It is John
It's
on
John.
the stairs.
John's here.
Hello, John.
So I got like Bud Light, and I got this horrible booze water, and with tropical flavors. But I had to answer. I had to tell it which flavor I would drink. So I was like, "There's not this sounds horrible, and I wouldn't touch this with a 10-foot pole option." So I guess I'll go for like lime. I at least like lime flavor.
Whoa, pomegranate, not
I'm not a big pomegranate person. I like lime though. It's just it's a little too sweet usually for me, and it's just a little too much.
Is it on?
It's on.
There is a light. Okay.
It should be.
You're good.
John is here.
John's here.
Hello.
But yeah, it kept showing me booze ads, and then I bought a whole bunch of bits, and I haven't watched any ads for bits in a while. But apparently it thinks I like really, really bad booze.
What, like Budweiser?
Bud Light specifically,
Oh, wow.
and this weird, and I can't remember what it was, but I actually saw it in the supermarket at one point, and I was like, that's that stuff that they kept trying to get me to buy. I'm not buying it.
Oh, what was it? It was like seltzer with booze.
It wasn't even carbonated. That's why I say it's boozy water. It was clear, and it had like different colored labels depending on the flavor. And the ad involved like young, attractive people going
Hip drinking.
Yeah, going like surfing in the like getting up early in the morning and going surfing and stuff, or like rafting and tubing and stuff, and drinking these like bottles that looked like flavored water. And then I realized this has booze. This is alcohol. So
it's really nice for the market.
The wrong audience, and it looked gross anyway.
You know what? It actually is a double fold in that it's also a good market for young, attractive people who want to be thought that they're only drinking water.
There it is.
Yeah, that's it.
I think I found it. I'm not going to say what it is because I don't want to give them free branding.
No.
Oh, I've seen that stuff.
Maybe it is seltzer. That's it.
It's just.
So now that our good friend John is here, John, do you want to introduce yourself to the stream for anybody who's never seen us before?
Hello, everyone. I am John.
No one cut.
I am usually here on
Hades?
time, but it's been a very long week.
It's been a week. Yeah. Well, I'm glad you
say,
could be here.
I have had a lot of
it
good
just
things
looks like
happen this
water.
week, and
And
a lot
then
of
you
weird
realize,
things
no,
happen. I
it's-
wouldn't say it's a bad week, just a very busy week.
Okay.
5%
I'm going off 3
alcohol
hours
by
right
volume.
now. of,
So 20
sleep.
proof. No, 10 proof.
10 proof.
Oh my god.
I can math. All right. So,
It's by
Yes.
Sam Adams if you want to look it up.
folks, today on stream we are playing Neom, Create the City of Tomorrow.
Oh my god.
So, I believe all of us have played Seven Wonders.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is Seven Wonders, but with more resource management.
Okay.
So, it has the same drafting mechanic. We're going to be passing stuff around the table, drafting things into our city, and then we're placing them onto our city grids. And at the end of 3 rounds, we get a score based on what we've placed in our city.
Are these Travis and mine?
Yes.
Okay.
So just leave where it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
For camera's sake.
You got it.
So I have read through the instructions for this,
Oh my god.
but I've not played it.
Okay.
It plays 1 to 5 players. So there is a solo variant. I just haven't had an opportunity to test the solo variant. So I'm going to try and talk you guys through the game, and we're all going to learn to play it together.
Very good.
Amanda?
Is that thunder?
Yes, there's thunder and lightning outside.
Wow. If we suddenly disappear, it's because we lost power.
It really just started coming down pretty hard when I was on the way home. So yeah.
I don't hear it yet, but okay. Excellent. Rain. I like rain. So how to start this? Okay. You will note, actually let me go to the overhead camera. Each of us has a board with 25 spaces on it. This is where we will be building our city, starting from the city center and building outward.
Okay.
Each of us has a different board which have different resources. My board generates one chemical resource or generates one chemical resource. So I have access to chemicals. John, your board generates coal.
Yes.
It also apparently, and the boards are just randomly assigned, so
Okay.
we didn't get to
Are
choose
they
our boards.
double-sided?
No.
Okay.
But there are 2 other boards, so
okay.
even in a 5-player game, you're leaving one board out. John, you'll note that your city does not have anything leading south.
No.
Only goes east and west and north.
Why don't we give him one that...
No, we're making things interesting.
Is there a...
But the rest of us have 4-way.
It doesn't really matter.
Is there an advantage to having coal?
Probably.
Okay.
We each have a different
I haven't played it before.
resource.
Yes, Travis,
I have
yours
limestone.
generates wood.
What's that normally used for? To make
Building.
lithium in building? Yeah.
Yeah, and yours, Amanda, generates stone.
Limestone specifically, I know because I had a quarry,
Oh, okay.
and I was looking through the level 1 tiles, and it specifically identified it as limestone.
So the rules say to indicate above your board, although Amanda, if you want to put it next to your board, you can.
I'm going to.
What resources your city produces. This is for ease of use. You could know what resources your city produces just by looking at your board, but as we play, you're going to have more stuff on your board, and you're going to want to be able to look at a glance and see what your neighbors are producing.
Okay.
You will note that there is a road leading off the sides of your board.
Yes.
If you connect that road to the center of your city by any circuitous route, you get a discount on buying from the person on that side.
So it's Pac-Man rules, essentially?
Yes.
Okay.
So if I had a road going from here to here, I would get -1 when purchasing resources. That's what this little pictogram here means. -1 monies.
They don't need to have their road mutually connected on the other side.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just,
So it's
you
just
have to
like
have a
we
road
get a
leading to your
discount for
neighborhood.
driving all the way to the town limits.
Yes.
I guess so.
We're meeting you halfway.
I feel like a landslide's going to hit my area pretty soon.
If you are making a purchase from somebody who is neither of your neighbors, so if, for example, I was buying from Travis, who is not on either side of my town, you pay an extra money
Okay.
when you're making that purchase. So if I needed wood to build something and I had no wood, I would pay 2 monies for a wood, as you can see. They're L coins, and the manual says pounds, but they're monies.
Okay.
So I would pay 2 monies for a wood, plus an extra money for driving through John's territory or Amanda's territory to get there.
I want to combine this with what's it called? The driving in the wasteland.
Oh, Wasteland
Wasteland
Express.
Express delivery service.
Yeah. Maybe, yeah.
Just go raid you guys for resources.
So as we build,
We got to do Wasteland another day.
we will
do.
have tiles that require additional resources to build, and we'll have to either pay our neighbors for them or have the resources available in our city. As you will see, there are several grades of resources. There are the unrefined resources, which are pentagons. The septagons? What's 6-sided?
Hexagon.
Hexagon?
Yes.
Okay. Hexagons are refined resources, and then there are luxury resources, which are octagons.
Yes.
Octogobstoppers. We each start with 6 L coins. So 6 for you. Amanda, 6 for you.
Oh boy.
6 for Travis.
Now, are we playing to points or are we playing to a goal?
We are playing to points.
Okay.
So at the end of the game, this is important because I know when I've taught games in the past, I have been poor about objectives. At the end of the game, you get 1 victory point for every 2 coins that you have remaining.
Okay.
You get victory points for resources that you generate. As you can see along the top of your board, you get 1 victory point for unrefined, 2 victory points for refined, and 10 victory points for luxury resources.
Okay.
Yes, so luxurious.
Luxury circuit boards, necklaces, and cars.
Race cars, yes.
But not
Circuit boards that cost as much as a race car.
Yeah, not like phones, just the circuit boards.
Those are the only 3 resources that exist in the
Yeah,
world of
that's
luxury.
all that exists in
Yeah.
luxury. Everyone knows true luxury is wearing.
Wearing a chain with a big old circuit board medallion on it
Well, I
while
was-
driving
Oh,
in your
double.
fancy sports
Oh,
car.
triple.
Yeah.
Triple resources.
Yeah,
That's living
I
the
was
high
thinking
life.
of a car with a windshield made entirely of apparently jeweled necklaces,
What if there's just like
with
a...
the seats just being giant circuit boards.
I'm imagining now like a...
So you're basically like transistors, just like, and capacitors, just like sticking into your legs.
That feels... I already feel unpleasant thinking about it.
That's how you know it's true luxury.
Oh, luxury is uncomfortable. Okay.
Well, luxury is like you're too rich to care about comfort.
Okay.
Like B-movie reference, having a chandelier in your Porsche.
I don't get
I
that
don't know
reference.
that one.
Why are we referencing the B movie?
Because we have, there's a movie I want to talk about off camera when we're done. But...
This is a new movie.
No, it's the one I had brought up before because I had finally seen it.
All right.
So yeah.
Well, I'm just saying.
That's
luxury.
points, all right? Points for money, points for resources your city generates.
Try.
You also get points for neighborhoods. Neighborhoods are residential things, and the larger they are, the more points they are. So if you have connected residential areas, the more connected residential areas you have, the more points you get for that at the end of the game. Sort of,
People want to live together,
apparently.
not
Yes.
isolated.
So that's sort of King Domino-like. If you can build a large residential area, you're going to get more points at the end of the game.
I suppose I'm gonna put like
There
my
are-
luxury mansions and surround them with slums, just to show them what jerks they are.
There are also negative points at the end of the game.
Oh. For
If you
doing that?
have no residential areas in your city, I believe it's -2 points. And if you have only 1 residential area, it's -1 point. I want to double check this and make sure that I'm
How do you know
giving
the difference exactly between the two
I
types
want a
of...
city with 0 residential areas.
There's
The
4 different
tiles
colors
have,
of tile.
like,
yeah.
Okay.
On them, different things. So like that's a residential tile,
Yeah, residential areas are green.
and that's like a industrial, and that's a fuel source. So yeah,
Gotcha.
So yes,
I'm gonna shuffle these.
that's the ghost town.
Now,
You lose 10 victory points if you do not have any. Lose 4 if you only have 1 residential.
That's a
more
very large
significant
difference.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's as big
So-
as
so
the
having some
Dinosaur Island
residents-
loss.
Yeah.
Having some residential areas is important, but okay.
You need somewhere for your people
In
in your city
addition-
to live?
If you have
Weird.
no
That sounds fake.
power generating tiles in your city, you get -5 victory
I
points.
just thought
What
they
is
sold them in
considered
the
power
office.
generating?
You'll see them.
Okay.
I genuinely have kids who think I live in the library. So
And if you have
it's
a
not unusual.
polluting tile adjacent to a residential tile, that is -1 victory point.
Can you repeat that?
A polluting tile next to a residential.
So like a power plant.
Yeah. So if you're
Mind
building
tailings.
polluting things, you want them on a farther away from your residences. For each residential tile in your city, if it is nearby, that is
That's
adjacent.
That'll be fun.
Oh, it counts diagonals as well. So if there is a polluting tile anywhere within the 8 tiles surrounding a residence,
Yeah, okay.
that is -2 victory points.
Okay.
Oh no, I'm sorry. -1 victory point if it's diagonal, -2 if it's adjacent. Anyways.
There's a lot of negatives.
Yeah. So this is one of those games that has a scorecard that you fill out at the end.
Oh, okay.
That seems like a lot.
Well, I'm about to throw a monkey wrench in the whole thing. Let's play this game.
All right. So to start with, and I told Travis and Amanda this. There's a lot of pictures and stuff on the cards.
There's a guide.
There's a guide. The instruction manual actually has the last 3 pages of the instruction manual is a list of every card in the game.
Oh my god.
So if you have a question about how a card works, you can look it up or you can ask me and we'll figure it out.
Well, here we go. Let's see how this goes.
So to start, we get our cornerstone tiles. Cornerstone tiles are special tiles.
Okay.
And we're going to draft from 4. So we each get 4 cornerstone tiles.
Okay.
Travis. And Amanda. And the rest of these cornerstone tiles go back in the box.
Okay.
Gone forever. All right, so this is drafting. In this particular game, you always draft to the left. So you're going to look at your tiles, figure out which one you want, pass to the left. Things in the upper left-hand corner of the tile are the resources or requirements. Upper left of the tile are the resources, are the requirements to build it.
So we start by picking one out and then we pass the rest?
Yep, to the left. The resources in the upper right are usually victory points, and if it's a polluter, the upper right basically tells you what type of card it is. Residential, commercial, industrial, what's the other one?
I have no idea what any of this means.
I know, right? This is a learning experience for all of us. Residential is green, commercial is blue. Residential, as we said, you want to build neighborhoods. Blue tiles are usually just straight victory points.
Okay.
Industrial produce stuff. Public tiles are orange, and they are public works that help you throughout the game. And resource tiles, gray ones, produce raw goods. So in the lower right are the effects that the tile has, and that's where you have to sort of interpret the pictogram since it's a mess.
Okay.
What does a little lightning bolt with an arrow at the bottom of it mean?
I believe that is a money that you get as soon as you play it. That's instant speed money.
That doesn't sound right for what
If
this
it's got a
is.
little oval, it's money that you get at the end of the round.
That's not what this is. It's 100% not what
Here,
this means.
I'll give you the manual, and you can look up.
Is all the references just at the back?
Yeah, it's the last 3 pages are
That's great.
the list of cards.
So is this a translated game, or is this a? Because I mean, it's kind of a lot of the indications from the boards and whatnot. It's kind of like universal.
So it has a lot of the pictograms you'd expect to see in a Euro game,
Yeah.
but I feel like it's just using that convention because the tiles all have English names
Okay.
that are printed on the tiles. I don't know.
Okay. I get it. I see. I get the picture.
Okay. So I'm just going to take this and pass this to Amanda.
Okay.
See, Amanda and Travis are trying to actually figure out how to play the game.
Well, I don't understand what some of this means.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
So, just because I'll tell you what I have in my hand.
Okay.
I have 4 public tiles.
Nice.
So, no, not nice, because what they do helps you at the very end of the game. So I'm trying to figure out what it actually means. So I have one that mentions of final income. Well, what's the difference between, like, what does that mean?
For the biggest final score, sort of like?
Well, according to this, it's during the scoring, this tile scores 1 victory point for every 5 coin you gained from your final income at the end of the 3rd generation.
Okay.
Money in your personal supply does not count for this. I don't know what the difference is between those.
So at the end of every round, after we've drafted and built for an entire generation,
yeah,
there's an income phase.
Okay.
At the end of the 3rd round, you have income and then score. So that multiplies your final income, or gives you extra victory points for your final income if it's in your city at that time.
That makes sense. Okay. The other one apparently has to do with, and I'll let you guys know so that you'll know what this means. It gives you extra money for when you place it for every 2 of the type of tile that it shows that are orthogonally adjacent to each other when you place the tile.
Yeah, and there are tiles that generate stuff every time you build a particular type of tile.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's a lot of interactions like that.
2 of these were very obvious in terms of what they did, and 2 of them I was like,
Yeah, they do,
I
yeah.
don't know what that means.
Yeah, it seems like specifically the cornerstone cards have a lot of iconography going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
And
Why
without...
don't we just play with them flipped over the entire time?
I'm gonna...
Seems less
I'm gonna
complicated.
Surprise!
that, and Travis can have those.
Okay, so now we've all drafted.
So
Well,
do
we
we
get
to pick up our next set.
Or
No.
We go till everyone's, I think, done the full round.
Until we've each got 3. So
Oh, 3? What happened to
Yeah.
our 4th?
so the last one you're choosing between those 2, and 1 goes in the box, and 1 you get to keep.
Okay.
I like John's drafting technique. Very solid. He shuffled them and then kept 1.
I haven't looked at any of my tiles at all.
All right, so I have a question for you guys. How mean are you all feeling?
No.
Not very.
Not at all.
Well,
Okay.
What I'm about to do is I'm
Tired
about
to
to
be
just
mean.
play the entire game blind and see how it goes because I
'Cause-
can't think.
I have a public safety
That means you're going to do
department
really
option
well.
here.
Maybe. That'd
That's
be
how
actually
it works
pretty
for
cool.
me.
Hopefully it works.
Actually, if John's drafting completely randomly, maybe I
There you
do
go.
want this.
Actually,
Oops.
you're I've got my 3 now, so I guess you do your second, then I'll pass you this one. I guess because Travis just passed me
You
my
should
third
not
one.
pick up until everybody has finished
Okay, so
drafting.
this is my second one.
Okay.
That's my pass,
Yep.
and this is Travis's. So that's
I've got the ones Andy passed me.
Okay, so we're set now to pick up, or Travis is still thinking?
Travis is still
Are
thinking.
those yours?
Oh,
that you
I've
collected?
drafted 2.
I've
Okay,
got 2.
and you
Okay.
have
You
the
picked
2
up the
that-
third
Okay,
stack.
so everybody
Okay.
pick up your 3rd stack.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
No, that's cool.
Yeah, the game makes a point of
Take
not
this one.
train drafting. It says everybody wait until everybody is finished before you pick up the pile.
Okay.
So this one goes back in the box.
Yes. I wonder what that one could have been.
Sure, whatever.
Yeah, okay. That's going back into the...
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Great.
Travel themed stuff going on in the ones I
So
have.
now, I don't know if we revealed these to each other or not. These cornerstones are things you can build instead of a card that you draft on your turn.
Huh. Okay.
So
Can I see that?
the rule about cornerstones is that you cannot have more cornerstones on your board than the number of the generation we're in. So in generation 1,
could have
you can
one.
only have 1. In generation 2, you can have 2. In generation 3, you can have 3.
That makes sense.
But you're not limited to only building 1 per generation.
Okay.
So you
could
could build
wait and
none
build all
and
three
then
in
build
the
all
last.
3 in generation 3 if you wanted.
Okay.
So that's how cornerstones work. Now that we're done with cornerstones,
Yep.
we can start round 1.
Okay.
And interestingly, this is a simultaneous play game. So
Oh my
there's no first player. So Amanda,
Yeah.
if you would take generation 1 and give us each 8. There should be enough there for each of us to have 8.
Oh, wow.
Just bounced around to the stack. That was nice.
Yeah.
Just need to make sure that they don't. Yeah.
All right.
Excellent.
All right.
That worked out perfectly. It's like the game designers
Knew what they were
how
doing?
this was going to work.
Weird.
So, John,
I
I
have to
said
remember
earlier.
what I have bonuses for, so.
I'm sorry, what's going on?
I've forgotten already, too. It's fine.
This
All right.
is going to be great tonight.
So
We are
much fun.
on such a good start.
So, the rules for placing tiles, which is going to be important when you're drafting them.
Sure.
You must have a path from the tile you're placing to the center of the board, to your home tile. That is definitely thunder.
Yep, there it goes.
That's dramatic thunder. So as you build, you'll have, roads going out everywhere.
Uh-huh.
All of the roads on your tile they can be dead ends, so they can go to things that don't connect.
Yeah.
Tiles must be placed in the same orientation as your board.
Okay.
So all your tiles are going to be right side up. You can replace tiles as long as they share a type or as long as the tile you're replacing is a gray tile. So you can build over your old city to improve it to be a better city as you play.
So you can be like, well, I've mined all of that.
Yeah.
I don't need it anymore. I'm
Right.
just going to cover it over.
Progress.
If you cover over a tile that produces a resource and don't have anything else that generates that resource, you have to get rid of that resource. You no longer produce it in your city.
Okay.
But that's the only rule for covering things up. Is it has to be the same type of tile, and there are some hybrid tiles.
Okay.
All right, so drafting time. Everybody look at your hand.
So what are the rules for this draft?
Same as the last one. You're going to pick a tile, pass to the left, and then before we pick up our next pile, each of us is going to do one of 3 things.
Okay.
We are going to either build the tile that we just drafted, sell the tile we just drafted for 5 monies, which is sort of a desperation move, but if you desperately need money, you can sell the tile you just drafted.
I mean, each thing you sell is $2, right? $2 equals 1 point at the end?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. So you can build the tile, you can sell the tile, you can build one of your cornerstones instead of the tile, or you can, or if you drafted the disaster happens to everybody but you.
Ooh, that's fun. All right. Well, here's my draft. Pass them over.
To the left?
Yep.
Now, here's the thing. I'm drafting blind. So what happens if I randomly draft the disaster?
Well,
What does
then
it
we
look
got
like?
it out of the way before we actually developed our cities.
I
Thanks.
guess so.
Okay.
All right, before everybody picks up their next pile,
Yep.
decide what you're doing with the tile that you drafted.
Okay. So I have to actually look at this one.
Yes. Are you going to build it?
I believe so. So the cost is just up in this corner, the value, or is that the point value?
Cost is in the upper left.
Yeah.
Upper right is what type of tile. Lower right is the effect it has.
Okay.
So
What does the little pickaxe mean?
that means that it is a production
It's a-
tile and it
a
produces
resource.
something.
It produced mine. I got windmills, and they produce electricity.
Oh, you've already got electricity in your city.
Yeah,
What did you build, Travis?
it was sort of a
I
windmill
built a
slam
mineral
first
vein,
pick.
so I'm now producing
Minerals.
minerals.
Here,
I
have some
have-
minerals in your city.
So,
A
so
gas
it's
turbine
assumed
plant?
that we don't have electricity to start out.
Correct.
I assumed that. So
You'll recall that there's you get -5 points if you don't produce any electricity by the end of the game.
oh my god. So I want
John, what did you
Just
build?
mooching off your
Gas
grid,
turbine.
apparently.
Apparently, yeah.
Gas turbines. So that requires you to pay me for the gas turbines. So you pay me 2. I'll break that. I'll take 2. you get 3 back.
Okay.
There you go. Because I
And
produce the correct type
correct
of
type.
resource.
So, but this will now produce concurrently. This it has electricity, right?
Yes, it is
Okay.
a polluting electricity producer,
Okay.
and it's worth 4 victory points at the end of the game.
Ah.
I am going to build a tavern. I immediately get 2 gold, and it produces 2 gold during the end of each round.
Nice.
Okay.
All right, next round. See, this should go pretty quickly, I think, once we all know what we're doing.
Hamana. I pick this one.
I love John's method. It's a little dangerous, but so far it has not bitten us. Lovely. Okay. I'm going to take this. Here you go, Amanda.
So, is there a disaster in each round?
Yes, there is a disaster in each round.
Okay.
And each one does... They all do basically the same thing, but they have different ways of avoiding them.
Now, can I build something anywhere, or do I have to build it off an existing?
It has to be built off of an existing thing that has to form a road to the center.
Okay.
Center.
I'm looking at what I what I drafted.
See, I don't really know the strategy yet, but
I already get the feeling I'm going to paint myself in a corner very quickly.
yeah.
I just hope everyone needs
possible.
to build coal.
So we'll have to pay you for the
A
coal.
lot of coal. It's hard to predict my strategy when I literally do not have one.
Yeah. All right, does everybody have their tile?
Yep.
Yes.
I'm going to build my tile. I am building a slum.
Oh my god, what did I get here?
I can't build it here. I'll have to build it. I could build it here or here, but I can't build it down here because it doesn't connect.
I'm building some tiny houses.
I'll build my slum up here.
Okay.
It is a residential that is worth 0 victory points.
My residential is worth 3 victory points.
Ah.
So for payment in the top left, any money units is paid back to general supply.
Yes.
So I'm building a gold extractor. I'm getting
this.
gold.
So that required ore in order to build it. Okay.
Yep.
We will see things that have slash in the requirements area.
So an either
Those
or.
things exactly. It's either or.
So this one requires gold to be built, so I have to pay $4 to be able to build it? Based on what I've
Nobody
seen.
at the time that you're building it has gold yet.
Okay.
Because we
'Cause Travis
technically
just
did this
built his.
simultaneously.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It actually makes a point of if you're paid money for resources that somebody's using to build something,
You don't
it doesn't go
actually
into your
get it
supply until the
Yeah.
the draft is over.
because everything
Because you can't
happens
use
simultaneously.
exactly. You can't use that.
All
So hold up on that. Nope. Nope.
Uh-oh.
Okay, I can afford this. Wow. It's a lot of electricity. $1 for the hydroelectro plant.
Nice.
What is
That
the,
one
what
does
is
not pollute.
the question mark? Oh, okay.
It's how
It
much
might be worth something?
It gets you victory
it's worth
points.
victory points dependent on something
Exactly.
else.
It's victory points at the end of the game are dependent on something.
Yeah, I have a
So this one goes back in the
cornerstone
supply
tile.
since you didn't use it.
Oh, yeah, cool.
All right. Chat, is this making sense to you folks so far?
What is this question mark?
Do you
So-
understand?
So to start, this is worth 11 victory points.
Yep.
And it will be worth -1 victory point for every residential, commercial, I forget what the yellow one is. Pretty much anything that's surrounding it outside of raw material gray cards.
Oh, okay. Then I'm going to move it here if that's okay.
Sure.
If that's cool with everybody?
Yeah,
That's
I'm
fine.
fine with that. Now that
Alright.
you know how it works. All right.
Yeah.
Drafting. Oh, I'm sorry. Selena got woken up by the thunderstorm. Hmm. What do I want here?
Got it.
Here.
There you go. So that one didn't cost you anything to build?
Yeah, the tavern was free.
Okay.
That was quite nice. My slums are free too. I haven't had to pay to build anything yet.
That's good. There you go.
Do I want this?
I wonder what my odds are.
Feel like I want this. This is when I begin to think about what's wheeling.
What?
Like what's going to come back to me.
Oh, cool. Okay. I'm going to get this.
Is there any value in producing multiple of a resource?
No.
All right.
Are we ready?
I think so.
We're good.
Yep.
I am going to build a pressure boiler. It is a polluting resource thing. It costs 1 and 1 coal. Luckily, my neighbor has coal. So, John, here, have the 2 that you gave me earlier back.
Free trade.
I'm building a pawn shop.
I built a forest.
All right.
Wow.
I
nice.
get 5.
A forest
placing
just
it.
appeared on your doorstep.
I
Those
would
are
be
the
very
ents,
careful
right?
around
I
that
guess so.
forest. That sounds like that might be.
Oh,
that might be,
I now produce diamonds,
Yes.
so if anybody requires diamonds.
Diamonds.
Yes, my
Diamonds.
pressure boiler converts coal into diamonds. That's how much pressure it generates.
That's pretty cool.
All right, are
industrial
we ready?
applications only.
Yeah.
I think so.
I'm ready.
Oh, wait.
I produce a coal mine.
Okay. Ready.
I have a place people can
Is,
sell things.
is there an advantage to literally producing everything
There.
myself? Maybe?
Probably. But I don't know how many VPs it gets you at the end of the game.
Tricky. I think.
So will our board completely be filled at the end of the game?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
It depends on how much you build over. Like how much of your stuff do you plow under?
Why am I doing that? I'm picking a tile and then I'm putting more stuff.
Okay,
I keep thinking like I'm just placing it.
Oh, yeah.
because you're thinking ahead.
Yeah.
No, and I like simultaneous play games because you don't have to. I mean, obviously for the stream, we're going to talk through what we're building and what we're doing.
Yes.
But you could. Everybody builds at once.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Are we ready?
I guess so. Let's see what I got.
I'm making a lumber mill.
I'm gonna make some townhouses.
I'm going to make a colonial house.
So what's your lumber mill make? It makes boards?
It makes planks.
You've got planks. I'm going to make some cottages.
Oh, wait. I can't change that.
Right, it has to be the same orientation. Okay? Next one?
This one. There you go, Andy.
Okay. I have the feeling I know what Amanda had such questions about.
What?
I just got a card that you had in your hand a little while ago, and I'm like, what does this do?
So
Sure, why not? I'm going to take that. Yeah, pass that to Amanda.
Okay.
That's right, that's what I took. Okay. Reveal.
I got a concrete plant.
I am building a ranch which costs a board. I have no boards, so I have to pay Travis for it. Travis is one away from me, so I pay 4 for the board and 1 extra to get through John's territory.
I built a fossil fuel plant.
Awesome. So you've got all the electricity.
Pretty much. This one, I believe,
Is ore.
So I'm okay because I have no
Yes,
one to
your
generate
fossil
it.
fuel plant either burns coal or oil.
All right.
Amanda, what did you build?
I built a concrete plant which turns limestone into concrete,
Ah,
and I have limestone, so
now you construct concrete
now
as
I
well.
make concrete.
Excellent.
And I put it down here so it's not near my residences.
Is it polluting?
It's got a
Yeah.
little cloud.
Yeah,
so I
that's
assume
polluting.
so.
Okay.
And I built a fire department.
Ah, thinking ahead.
Why does that generate electricity?
It doesn't?
Does it?
No.
Oh, what
It's
is
worth
the
3 victory
what
points.
does the column mean?
Oh, the columns are a
Municipal.
public works.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. The lightning bolts electricity.
All right.
Okay.
Building something.
So we have 3 tiles now?
You should have 3 tiles, yes. Okay then. Well,
Travis pick.
can't do that.
So now you're gonna blame it on me if it's the bad one?
No, because I didn't see what either one was, so it doesn't matter.
Just can't build that flat out. I'll take this.
I don't like this hand.
Remember, you can always build one of your cornerstones.
Yeah.
Oh boy. So I've met the requirements for 1 residential and 1 chemical. Is that right? Having electricity and a colonial thing. Is that right?
What's that?
You said negative points were if you don't have a residential
Yes.
and
So
electric.
if you have no residential at all, you get negative 10 victory points. If you have only 1 residential, you get negative 4 victory points.
That's during the scoring phase.
During
at
the scoring phase at the very, very end of the game. Yes. Not until the very end of the game.
Are there scores in between?
No, there's money in between.
So, if I build something that I don't have a resource for, but Travis does,
Yes.
I pay him 2.
If it's a
depends
basic
on-
resource, it depends on what type of resource it
It's
is.
a base. It
Yes,
would be a
yes.
base
Then 2,
so
yeah. If 2 people generate the same resource, though.
You choose which of them you're paying.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Review.
So I am building a laundromat.
So, if I were to
I'll
build one of
stick
my
it
cornerstone
over
tiles, what would
here.
happen to the tile that I drafted?
This is a good question.
It goes back in the box.
I am building some tenants.
I'm gonna build.
A grocery store, which I gain 3 money for immediately.
It has the lightning, yeah. Instant speed gain.
We have so much
Gold
power.
extractor.
Ooh, it extracts gold from.
Oh, just from the ground, I guess.
Sure.
From minerals, which I'm
You
apparently
buy
paying,
minerals from him to
and
make
I'm
gold.
getting gold out of it.
So where's the gold? There it is. Yep. You now produce gold. All right.
Alright. There we go.
Final draft.
Final draft. Alright.
Final
So-
draft.
Call it me heads or tails.
Heads.
That is heads.
Okay.
It's this one.
I'm going to draft. So one of these is going back into the supply, and one of these is you're keeping.
Oh, so this one's in the supply. And this one I'm keeping.
So that's going back into the supply. I can just sling that right on over there.
I guess so.
Cool. I actually wanted that earlier.
I'm surprised nobody got the disaster.
We
I
all
just
got.
discarded it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we all had the opportunity to play the disaster.
Did
and
I?
So
so-
Andy, what card was it that you were
did.
questioning so much? That you were what is this? What does it do?
It was a public resource. It was
The
not that one.
firehouse?
No. Somebody might have.
I might have
Tossed
it right
it.
here because I don't know what it is.
Yeah. I'm actually gonna draft one of these, and it doesn't matter which because I'm building one of my cornerstones.
All right. Let's see what we got.
So I am building. Oh, nope, not that one. I am building a casino.
Wow.
Build a casino, spend all your money, make all your money.
I'm going to build it here.
Do any of us have oil?
I just this round, so I don't think it counts yet.
Oh.
But I just got the oil.
So I can't build this because none of us have the resource that I need in order to build it, which I hadn't realized when I drafted it.
Do you want the other one back?
No, I'll just build one of my cornerstones.
You could build a cornerstone, or you could sell the tile for 5.
So they're always 5 no matter what type of tile it is?
Yes.
Wow.
I really wanted the benefit of this later, so.
So now, Andy, I pay you.
No, I'll build
less,
one of my
right?
cornerstones and I'll just pitch
Okay.
that. I'm building a community center.
Nice.
Oh, I get 1 money when I build my casino.
So,
Build your casino, spend all your money, make all your money.
So I debated sticking the casino smack dab in the center of my village, replacing my chemical construction. But ultimately, that's the only thing I'm producing, that and diamonds.
Diamonds.
so
Diamonds.
I have a community center.
Awesome.
The community center gives me 4 VP for each during scoring. I get 4 VP for each neighborhood in my city, regardless of size.
All right, Amanda, the one that I had a question about was the contract office.
Yes.
What does it do?
So the way the contract, can I see?
Yeah.
To make sure I'm thinking of the right one. Yes. Okay, so the way this works is when you play it, you get to discard your cornerstone tiles and use cornerstone tiles that were discarded at the end of the round. But I realized, 1, I like the cornerstone tiles that I took.
Yeah.
And 2, you're not supposed to take the ones out of the box, but only the ones that were discarded at the end of the round.
We don't know.
And we
I
mixed those
didn't
together.
differentiate.
So
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not going to do that. It's an interesting mechanic,
Yeah.
but it's really only useless. It's really only useful if you really don't like your cornerstone tiles.
Is chat really quiet or is
Chat
it
is
dead?
really quiet.
Okay. I keep looking up and I'm like, wait a second, that's what I last said.
It's quiet, Andy.
I wonder how it's going.
But yeah, that's what that is.
Yeah, all right.
So
What's the news?
No, I was just planning ahead, maybe.
What's the point of planning ahead? We still haven't seen what's left.
Yeah, I know. We have no idea what's in round 2.
Oh,
All right, so that's
to-
the end
to
of
update,
round 1.
I'm making diamonds now too.
Travis is making some diamonds.
Oil's now on the board.
Yep. John is making oil.
great.
And Amanda, you built your cornerstone. What did it do?
So my cornerstone gives me, during scoring, 4 victory points for each neighborhood, regardless of size.
Oh.
Interesting.
So I can technically have ghost towns that still give me points.
Yeah.
That are only like 1.
Tiny one person,
Yeah.
1 bit
I
neighborhoods.
could like leave 1 over here and it would still give me 4 victory points.
Just what's-
In
what's-
fact, it would probably behoove me to separate out my my neighborhoods because they're not connected, right? So like,
Yeah.
if I put these together, how many? Like if these 2 together, how
I
many?
mean,
victory
neighborhoods
points?
get pretty. They generate a
Are
lot
they-
if they get big.
Are they multipliers?
So
How does that work?
there's a table. So a 1 size neighborhood is worth 1 victory point. 2
Right.
is worth 3. 3 is worth 6. 4 is worth 10. 5 is worth 15. 6 is worth 21. So the larger the neighborhood, the more victory points you're going to get from it.
But if I have
Yours are
one that
worth
I
4 automatically, regardless of size.
But that also means if I had, so this gives me 4 victory points for any,
Right. Plus
in
the victory
addition
points.
to what they would
Yeah,
have on their
yeah.
own. So in theory, if I have one that I just need to plunk down somewhere, I can plunk it down, and it's 4
And
victory points. Just
4 plus
regardless.
itself, which is 5. Yeah. Yeah. Totally.
Yeah, that one was like a windmill slam first pick draft.
So what was the definition of a ghost town again? I'm sorry.
A ghost town is if you have none or 1 residential in your whole village.
Yeah, but if I had 1, I would still be getting 5 points out of it.
All right.
Worth noting, John has built a road to Travis's territory, so pays 1 less when buying from Travis or Amanda.
Oh.
I have built a road to Amanda's
I was
territory.
noticing, I don't see the pickaxe symbol on this one, so I don't think it goes towards this,
Right.
right?
Right.
Okay, so I didn't know if the pickaxe was its own thing.
It is.
Or it's, okay.
So he pays 1 less to also
To buy from Amanda.
also
Yes.
from
All the way
Amanda.
If he's
across?
buying
Oh
from
my
the right,
God.
he pays 1 less.
I now know what I must
If
do.
Andy's
I
buying
must
from the
randomly
left.
get all the forests I can and put them over here. We will have no cities. We will only generate power and points.
Sure. Well, I mean,
Well, I mean, it's all random, so it
I'm
doesn't
getting
even
negative
matter.
5 victory points at the end right now unless I build a power plant. I think the power plants might all be in round 1. I don't know.
Am I losing any points now with the rules?
No,
Okay.
currently you're not losing any points.
Perfect.
All right.
You're probably fine.
Travis,
No, I'm not. Don't lie.
would you deal out round 2 to us? Oh, actually, before we do that,
Ooh.
earning money.
Yeah.
Because anybody who has a little oval thing gets money from the oval thing. So I
did
get
not, because I didn't get
3,
to build my gas
4,
station.
5, and then 1 for every residence.
Oh.
6, 7, 8.
Wow. Andy's rolling in dough. Y'all are... No, me and
Nah,
John
I got
aren't doing
$3.
great.
I mean, I had to spend 5 earlier to buy from Travis to get boards. Those were some expensive boards, I'll tell you
Yeah,
that.
but it was worth it.
Yeah?
Oh my God. All right.
All right, so now, Travis, if you want to deal that out,
So
again,
it's
we
the-
should each get 8.
Okay.
It's all random anyway. So.
Yeah, I know. They're very well shuffled. Those are mine?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think if we just split it in half, it should be.
It should.
2, 4, 6, 8. There you go.
There you go.
All right. Where's the instruction book? I have a question. So the disaster in round 2, for reference, is a fire. So one of these is a fire.
What was the last round?
Flood.
Flood.
Oh.
So the way disasters work is you must pay money to prevent destruction of tiles. So either you pay 1 money for each type that gets burnt or flooded, or in the third one it's a crime spree. Either you pay that money, or if you can't afford to pay the money or don't want to, you sacrifice the tiles. Sacrifice one of that type of tile.
Okay.
So that's how the disasters work.
10 little soldier boys went out to Devon. One said he stayed there, and then there were 7.
Okay, I'm taking this. Here you go, Amanda.
I have passed mine to Travis.
And now we
Travis
went
is
on
making a
back.
decision. I probably should have spent more time actually looking at the tiles I didn't take. This is a thing that happens to me when I'm drafting. I get obsessed with taking that one thing, and I'm like, oh,
And then
good,
you're like,
I get
I didn't
this.
see that in the draft. Where did
And
that
then,
come
yeah,
from?
the stuff comes back around, and I'm like, I don't remember any of these
All
cards.
right. Let us see.
What did you get, John?
Oh my God. It's a nightclub. My God. If I could build this, this would be a lot of money.
If you could build it,
Well, yeah,
it costs 4.
It would generate 8 each round,
Yeah.
so that's pretty good. But yeah, I gotta sell it. $5.
Okay.
I got some prefab housing, which I can build because
Nope,
I
that's
have
20.
concrete.
All right, cool.
That's a
I'm
5.
going to put it up here.
I
So-
am constructing, what is this?
I went from tiny houses to
Triplexes.
townhouses to prefab houses.
Oh my God.
They just get
Triplexes
bigger and
cost
bigger
3.
the further out to the corner you get.
Does that go in box?
Yeah.
In the box? Okay.
All right. I am building one of my cornerstones instead of this one,
Okay.
and I am going to place it right here.
What is it?
It's a trading post.
You
I
get
get
your 4
4
bucks.
immediately, and at the end of every
Cycle.
I get 1 money for each yellow tile I have.
Oh.
Okay.
Nice. Okay.
Okay. 7 little soldier boys chopping up sticks. One chopped himself in half, and then there were 6.
John's got a theory here. Let's see if it's borne out.
He goes up to 10, but we only have 8 pieces, so.
I have the feeling I'm going to want more resources at some point.
I have no idea what I'm giving you, so.
Insidious Pie says, I beg your pardon? I wandered away and now we're chopping up whatever? This is John's counting method of choosing cards.
Well, essentially what I'm doing with this is basically drawing blind, so I'm just using one of my favorite, it's a little childhood rhyme thing.
Oh, I'm placing my thing. I'm doing what Amanda does.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
I'm trying to decide between 2 items.
Yeah, I had to do that.
That's just not going to work right now.
Well, you could sell it, or you could build your basic. Did you build the other basic?
What's that?
Did you build your other basic?
He built one.
Yeah.
Oh, you still had 3.
Yeah, I guess I am going to...
Hey, Jen.
Hi.
How's it going? Yeah,
Hey.
these things happen in the future on the moon.
Oh, we're on the moon.
It's a reference to a movie.
Oh, which one?
In the future, on the moon. It's a Mystery Science
All right,
thing.
everybody has their thing?
Yes.
I am constructing an abandoned quarry. So here's my abandoned quarry. It gives me wood and it gives me stone.
I enjoy how the abandoned quarry also gives you wood.
Yeah.
Like, you're scratching out both stone and overgrowth.
I need to consult the instructions about placement of
Does anyone
a
have
tile.
tube lining?
Tube lining?
I think that's what this is, right? Or
Rubber.
Is it rubber? Just
Rubber.
Oh, that's rubber. Yeah, nobody is producing
Nobody
rubber
yet.
right now.
Okay, so this is
So
out.
it doesn't really matter if I place a commercial thing near a polluting tile, it's only residential.
Correct.
Correct.
Okay, cool. That's what I thought. But I wanted to make sure before I go and place my loan office,
Uh-huh.
which
That's-
apparently you have to drive through the gold extractor to get to, and that's how you have it takes gold to build. So
Does it get you victory points or something? What does it get you?
it gets me money.
Oh,
I get 8
cool.
right away, and I get 2 at every.
Nice.
The oval is end of every generation.
Yes.
Okay.
So I built my investment firm, and now every time I draft, I get $1.
Whenever you draft a tile.
You get $1.
Sweet. Yeah. so
Whenever.
that's pretty nice.
We'll put that there.
It's pretty sweet.
You got $5.
I am going to build a
So
stone
Amanda, you
crusher.
get 8?
8 right away.
Which-
Yeah.
Oh, this goes back in the box.
Sure.
So I'm paying 2
There
to
you
the
go.
general supply, and I am paying 2 to Amanda
Oh, hi. Thank you.
to build a stone crusher. And
Stone crusher.
Now I make both cement and glass.
Yeah, I saw that card. I was like, ooh, that's tempting. But also,
Yeah, I'm way behind on my resource generation. All right.
It's
don't worry
it's
about
fine.
yeah, Travis has all the resources, so we're just gonna pay him money.
I
Just
need
give
more
me
money then.
Nobody lives in my town. I just make stuff.
Yeah, he's technically losing 10 points
Yeah.
right now.
I'm a job creator, guys.
It's like me and
All of your
power.
people
Yeah,
come
clinic
and work
made
for
everyone
me in my factories.
I guess. All right, we ready?
I'm thinking.
Oh, I mean, are we starting the next draft? Oh,
still
you still have
deciding.
his tiles. Oh.
Okay.
Yes.
Are we
Okay.
looking at tiles now?
Let's look at tiles.
Okay.
Tiles.
6 little soldier boys playing with the hive. 1 got stung, and then there were 5. All right, that's all one.
This is an interesting hand. I guess I'll take this one. You go, Amanda.
I'm sorry if
I
this is
don't
at
know
all.
what that
oh, I get
means.
$1.
Oh, that's right. You drafted a tile. Oh,
Don't know what that means.
I wish there was pictures.
so I'm sure after a couple of games, you've seen all the tiles and
You
you'll
kinda
get
know
a
what they
sense for
mean.
what they do.
It seems quite expandable since it's just tiles. You
Yeah.
just add new mechanics based on that.
There are 5-player tiles that we threw back in the box, so
Okay.
there's a bunch of stuff that we don't have, that we don't know what it does. It's only in 5-player games.
Clinic. Yeah.
What benefit does this give? I'm like,
We may
"But
have
I
to
don't
come back to this at the
understand."
end of the game, or you could just build it and we'll figure it out.
I don't know what I'm doing.
You don't know what you're doing, do you? Oh, by the way, Andy,
Yeah.
I've bridged the gap between us as well.
Aw.
So now I pay you one less.
I
That's
keep
only
finding myself
helpful for a
attracted
specific
towards
thing.
a certain type of tile. And I understand I am forsaking a large portion of my city in doing so.
I think you kind of. Well, I've
I
built
can't
myself.
help it. I just want resources.
That's fine. It's something. It's satisfying to have resources.
It is.
For me, it's satisfying just to
gonna take that.
wrap
No,
right
I can
away.
build anything
I left the
want
one that
to.
I was questioning on top, on the facing up
Okay.
when you turn it over.
Everybody has their
Duly
card?
So I was
I
like,
have
what even
mine.
does? Why do I
All right.
care?
I am
Holy
building
smokers.
a department store. I guess I'll build it over here. I'll build it over here. That gets me 6 money right away.
I'm
and
building a-
4 money at the end.
I'm building some oil fields, so now I make oil
Okay.
and propane.
Oh my God, propane.
Oh, that's what that is. Okay.
built a
assume.
steel foundry.
Good for you.
I make steel now.
Where's
Wow.
your people?
He's got so much next gen stuff. I mean,
He needs cars though.
Who's making this?
Robots.
living
You
in
have robots. I guess I'm building a combined cycle plant? Question mark?
what's another power plant,
Yeah.
and it didn't reach me. So you have to pay me for the.
One
The
right
chemicals?
now because
Yes.
There you go, $1.
Thank you.
See, with the way my roads were laid out,
Yeah.
I was thinking about that card, and it just there wasn't a place where it made sense.
I figured stretching is the best way to go starting out. This I just did because it needs to be away from this. Because this thing is worth a lot of
Doesn't
work.
need to.
Does it have to be?
Well, it loses 1 point for everything that's not a natural resource.
Oh, are we looking?
Oh,
I'm looking, yeah.
Oh,
Sorry.
What?
Andy started
Yeah,
looking
Dave.
at tiles.
I got ahead. I
What did you
thought
build,
everybody
by
had
the way,
placed
Amanda?
everything.
Huh?
What'd you build, by the way?
I built an oil field,
Oh, sweet.
so now I have propane and oil.
I'm guessing that has to be the other. Is there the flood, the fire?
So it
Flood the fire.
protects from a disaster.
And there's the crime wave.
But
I'll
like,
take this.
but the
I
thing
was
is it only
really?
does it only protect
Only the ones around
8?
it.
Yes.
So then you'd still need to.
Yeah,
so
I
you
was like,
pay
why?
less in the event of a disaster because
was
you
like-
protected it.
I was
early.
like, I
Oh,
don't actually care.
All right.
All right.
5 little soldier boys went in for law. 1 got in chancellery, and then there were 4.
Law to 4.
That's
Okay.
It's a slant rhyme, I guess.
Yeah.
That's the one.
Okay.
I have to look something up.
All right. Amanda has to look something up. While she does that, does anybody have a name for their town yet? Mine is obviously somewhat Vegas inspired.
Yeah, you have a lot of blue tiles.
Well, I've got the casino, I've got a laundromat, a tavern, a department store, and then I've got all my residential ones.
Travis, what are you going to go with this? I think you're Robot Nation. Honestly, that's who's building all your things.
I think Travis is New Jersey.
Oh, what? How am I not Jersey? I have 4 different power plants.
Oh, there's that too.
I'm just.
I think John is hate drafting the power plants, so I can't get them.
I feel like Travis.
Wait, is that what's happening?
No, Travis is like he's got all these like raw materials.
Yeah.
That feels more like
Utah? Okay.
he doesn't have any uranium, so you know there's certain things he does. He's certain places of the country he's not.
There's so much power. Oh,
I mean,
I get $1.
I've built my.
Yeah, let's keep going.
Okay.
All right,
Okay.
all right. What are we doing? What'd you pick?
I'm building a hotel.
You're building a hotel. That's excellent.
Awesome.
I can build this.
Building a postal service.
No, that's...
Hey. What's that get?
John lives in my town.
Hey.
I'm building a condominium.
So here's
Costs
why I'm
2.
really happy about this postal service, and I'm going to explain it to the chat, and I'm going to explain it to you guys.
Okay.
Because I looked it up. One, it gives me 2 money at the end of every generation, so
Yeah.
a total of 4 over the course of the game,
Yep.
Okay.
because it's a level 2. And whenever I play a tile, it counts as 1 raw material. So if there's a raw material that I don't produce, I don't have to pay one of you guys
You've got
for
the
it
postal service
because
to
the
reduce
postal
the
service
cost
brought
of
it in
stuff.
for me.
That's
I'm
awesome.
just stealing it from the post
I
office.
was going to say, are you stealing somebody's package?
Apparently.
Oh.
Or the postal service takes like raw goods in payment.
Wow.
Like they take wood and minerals and like coal as payment
Oh
for.
no,
Instead
this
of
box
stamps?
of propane just fell off the truck. Whatever will we do?
I have propane. I don't care about that. This box of rocks fell off a truck. What do? We'll just give it to the town.
So John paid me some money, but I don't know why. What'd you build, John?
But
A
that actually
restaurant.
also gave me a connection to Andy.
So I get $3
So-
instantly.
So John built a restaurant, required chemicals, so he paid me for those chemicals.
And we got
And
$3
Travis, what'd you
instantly.
build?
I built a hotel, which I get 1 instantly, and
Who's
I get...
living in the hotel?
Well, that's the
It's a
thing.
robot
all,
hotel.
all of my
That's
workers,
where everyone lives.
Okay,
They just
that's-
live in the
Oh, they
hotel.
have no residential areas because they all live in the hotel. Okay.
Andy's getting a rather large
this is-
neighborhood.
this is
I'm not
actually-
happy about that. So
This is the Grand Austria Hotel, apparently.
All right. Are we
It
doing the next
is.
round of tiles?
okay.
Yeah, let's
right.
go.
4 little soldier boys went out to sea. A big herring swallowed one, and then there were 3. Boom.
So I have a question
Yeah.
about neighborhoods.
Yes.
Do they just have to be adjacent to each other, or do their roads have to connect to count as?
Ooh, good question. I think they just have to be adjacent to each other.
Sweet.
Check the scoring. I think it's page 7
So how much is this gonna get you?
on the
if they're
lower
all
right.
connected? Deja vu.
Residential tiles automatically form neighborhoods by themselves with other residential tiles if they are directly connected by roads.
Ah,
Okay.
okay. This was a good question. This was a valid
The
question.
value of a neighborhood depends on its size, but it does not include tiles. A
Not
tile that's not
connected by
connected by roads, by a road, does
Important.
not count.
Important to know.
I need more mills. I don't have any mills. What am I producing? Just power? I think that's it.
More power.
More power.
Yeah, I
and
can't
wood.
buy power from you though.
Have you still not gotten a single power?
I don't have a power plant.
Yeah, I haven't seen one
Yeah.
through the tiles.
just been
John-
drawing them all
Oh,
at random.
it was that one. That was the
Yeah.
only one, and I didn't have a good place to put it.
So it's just been random, and it's for some reason you haven't been able to get one.
All right, I'm taking this one.
Okay.
We're passing 3 now.
Yes.
Okay.
That's
Here
what
you
the
go,
rhyme
Amanda.
says. It's a good way to keep track.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Let's just do that. Give myself a couple more inroads.
Amanda's still picking.
Yeah, I'm still choosing. Take that,
it's not
and I'm
the-
gonna pitch it,
And you're gonna build a basic?
and I'm gonna build one of my cornerstones.
Okay.
All right.
I'm building another residential. This is an apartment. It costs 2.
I'm building a metro station, and the metro station gives me 3 victory points for each different tile that's in a corner.
Interesting.
So as a quick question,
So corner tiles, if it's a green, a blue, a yellow, or an orange in a corner, it gets me 3 victory points.
Nice.
so I have these log cabins.
Log cabins.
If I place this here, it's negative what? It's a 4-point tile, so I don't really mind that
Negative
much.
2 points.
So it's basically a 2-point.
So
Yeah.
it's not cumulative.
Oh, it is. I'm sorry. That's negative
So-
3 points, so it's 1 point.
So it's not even worth it. All right.
Well, 2 points because it gets 1 point for being a 1-point neighborhood.
Yeah.
Could connect it to this neighborhood.
But then we have this. Well, this is non-polluted, but that makes it worth less and less.
It makes that worth 1 less, but you're getting more
Yeah.
from making that bigger neighborhood.
So I'll pay
Yeah.
you the 1, Travis. Or what it's discounted?
It's
Two.
3.
3.
It's 4.
It's a,
It's normally 4.
It's processed. I've done some work for you, so I don't have the change for this.
So the money coins go up to 50.
It's a lot of money.
I know, right?
I've
So
been
Alright,
able to
so I guess just he already handed me that, so I'll give you that, and
I need the
you owe
change.
me 3.
So you give me 2.
There.
everybody's happy.
That
I keep
was a
forgetting
little
to use my grab thing.
circuitous, but we got there.
I guess so.
All right, did everybody build?
Yeah,
Yes.
I built a fire department because that.
Didn't you already build a
Stack.
fire department?
You can have more than one.
Yeah.
I looked it up.
Wow.
Also, I just want some inroads to these tiles.
Yeah,
and
honestly,
it's
that's
worth
one reason why I built this now is because I
It's-
want
It's
to
a
be able
four-way.
worth.
Yeah.
it's worth victory points at the end of the game. It didn't seem like the worst thing to grab.
No, yeah.
to. 2 of the things that I had were corner roads that point in the wrong direction for what I wanted, and I want to be because this talks about corners.
Yeah.
I want to be able to get into that corner, and I had already built a
Yep.
corner there, so that was my strategy on that one.
3 little soldier boys visited the zoo. A big bear hugged one, and then there were 2.
All right.
I get a tile.
Yep. Every time you draft a tile.
I get money. That's what investments get you, kids.
That thing is getting you a ton. If you had built that in round 1, like the beginning of round 1,
I spent all my money on something dumb. I forget what it was, but I definitely spent all
And
my
I
money.
hear that.
All right, let's see what
story
we
of
got.
my life.
Sorry. Let's see.
Oh, did everyone
Let's
get their
go.
tile?
I
picked
did.
a tile.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
What'd you build,
right,
John?
Right.
I'm building a plastics factory
I built a police department.
down here by my metro station
Costs
and my
one?
loan office.
Yeah, cost $1. I don't know if I want to keep this here. I guess
I'm
I
building a
do.
glass blower, which requires stone, which I manufacture at
I'll build
my
that here.
abandoned quarry. So now I produce glass.
Yeah, my plastic factory needed propane and oil, and
They
I
called
make
me
both of
Mr.
those.
Glass.
That name again is Mr. Glass.
Wow, rapid fire.
And I produce my own steel, so
Somebody
this
clip
is an
that.
either or.
I make my own
Alright, cool.
gravy.
What's the
So this says
$1.
1 victory point per 5 monies before final income.
So what does that
So
mean?
does that mean?
I think you get paid at the very end for something.
Yeah,
Okay.
I guess that will be a question of how that phasing works at the very end of the
We'll
game.
figure it out.
Yeah, it just says before final income.
All right.
Final income is after we've drafted the last tile in round 3.
It's
Ah.
what's
before
coming off
final
of here,
income.
yeah.
So you'll have a score of something before that. That's cool.
Okay.
All right,
All right.
ready?
Ready for our last tile?
Yep,
All right.
last tile.
2 little.
Oh, I see. No one took this tile. Yeah, that makes sense.
2 little soldier boys went out in the sun. One got fried up, and then there was one.
Huh.
I guess.
Yeah, sure.
It's not worth it.
I gotta embrace it at
We
this
don't.
point.
Do we get our the last tile?
The last tile
goes back in
yep,
the
goes pitched.
pile.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
To make sure I'm passing along the right one. There we go.
Okay, has
Fine.
everybody got a tile?
I believe
Apparently building a
so.
police station.
I am building a smelter, which requires
It gives me
2
3
money
victory points, so I figure.
and requires, what is this, stone?
Or
Yes.
Ore?
what is it? Or
The only person who has ore
Travis.
is Travis. It costs 2. I would normally pay an extra 1, but I have a road through Amanda. So I'll take the Amanda road to pay just 2 to Travis. Do you have change for a 5?
I do now.
yeah.
Thanks.
I'm going to sell this for $5.
All right.
I'm building a copper refinery.
Okay.
Where are your
So-
children, sir? Where are the children of this town?
That's a great question. The important thing is I make wire now. So
Okay.
Oh,
What
nice.
a wire!
add another one to the stack.
Has
Yeah.
anyone needed wire? I haven't seen the tiles.
You
Well,
probably need them for
round-
level
I
three.
get a
Three.
feeling I will need it.
Round 3, you're going to need a lot of those resources if you want to build luxury resources, which are worth
these?
beaucoup points.
Yeah.
So
mega
Travis
ones.
probably has a good chance of getting big money at the end of the game.
All right. Speaking
Not
of
that he's
money,
hurting for money.
I forgot to
Look at
get
this
a
guy.
dollar every round. Dang it.
We
Can
keep
I-
buying
Oh,
stuff
I
from
need money
Travis.
for end of round.
Yes.
Can I see something
too.
in
In the instructions?
Yeah,
Sure.
that thing.
All right. I earn 4,
Excuse me.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
You got 15 smackaroos.
Nice. That's exactly what I need to know.
I'm actually
Do you know what you need to do to win?
Need to win? No. Absolutely not.
I don't
Okay,
know how I'm doing.
so I got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Wow, I thought I was doing well with my 15. 12. Here you go.
So we don't have to build all of our cornerstones.
1, 2, 3, 4.
No.
We can just
five,
leave a
six.
cornerstone
Yeah,
out. Because
absolutely.
yeah, one of my cornerstones.
What do
Like,
you
I did
counting
not build a
again, Travis?
cornerstone that round.
You know what? I wanna flex on you guys.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
He's got a 20. He's got a 20 coin.
So you're counting how many they were connected by the roads? Is that
What?
right? Was that what you were counting? The connected?
No,
by
no.
the roads?
This is just at the end of phase.
Oh, okay.
One money for every
Every
yellow.
yellow. Okay. Okay. I didn't know because I have a 3-thing neighborhood. I
Nice.
didn't know if that's what.
I mean,
Nice.
yeah, sure.
Yeah,
What?
Travis. All right.
What?
Nothing. You have a lot
I
of money.
will
it's great.
give everybody
And
8
and
of
I'm
these.
going to I'm going to
You
fall.
just have no people.
Right. It's hubris is what it is.
Yeah.
We'll just call you Icarus.
I think that my city can be sustained with no people, which is
Just put them
patently
all
wrong.
up in the hotel.
8 for you. Round 3. This
don't
is
have
where
any
the
Who's
big money
staffing the
comes in.
hotel?
God.
Oh no, wait! You
God
do
only
have
knows.
pollution. I'm.
I have
sorry.
so much pollution.
Well, I do too.
Regardless of where if I put a residential anywhere, it's going to be awful.
Oh. Did anyone hear a ghost?
I heard something.
I'm editing this
The
clip.
tile that I have in my hand, it's a dead end road, and it's like, of course it is. Of course it's a dead end road. You can't build it.
Is it the disaster? Okay.
Wait, you just can't build it?
You can't build it.
Me, I
you
can't.
specifically cannot build it
What if I get it?
Why?
because you have no people. And it requires
It
people. to
requires
build.
people.
You'll see it and you'll be like, oh, I see.
Oh, I understand now.
I understand.
I thought somebody was producing rubber.
No, we never had anyone produce rubber.
Yeah,
No,
you're producing rubber.
I'm
Oh,
producing
now
plastic.
you're reducing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
Oh, now I am. Yeah, it was like the last thing I built.
So now we have rubber.
Yeah, we have rubber now. Y'all have to pay me rubber.
Am I the only one with oil? No, you have.
I know the tile you're taking from this,
Okay.
and I'm really happy about it. You're not gonna take it just to spite me.
Sorry, guys. I was editing that clip because I wanted that to go up. All right.
Okay. I picked this one.
What have I got in my hand?
Andy, you get all
Oh,
yours.
really? Huh.
So I get another money.
I'm like, I love this tile. I know I'll leave it on top so Travis sees it.
Well, I guess I need this, so I'll take it.
You need it. Oh, you finally got power?
Maybe.
Maybe.
How have you been running your buildings?
Well, it's all,
I just
very
like.
idyllic.
I just like to imagine all of the city's power is going to this one restaurant. This is the only residential thing.
So I left you
Yes,
2
okay.
tiles to look at the top of your stack.
Okay.
And by top, I mean like the ones you'll see when you turn over.
All right. I have to.
I'm ready.
I'm ready. Everybody. Oh, Travis
no,
looks like he's still thinking.
I'm not quite ready yet.
Travis
I'm so
is
sorry.
still pondering.
Travis, just shut your eyes and pick. Just shut your eyes. It'll be okay. You'll be fine.
Yeah, that will work. Sure.
All right.
All right, what are we building?
I'm building a nuclear power plant, which is a non-polluting power source.
Nice.
And worth 10 victory points, but it costs 8 money to build.
That's a lot of cash.
Just, pointing out, today is the 33rd anniversary of Chernobyl.
Interesting, yes.
I just started reading Stalker and what is it called? Picnic, Roadside Picnic.
So I haven't read. I've read a lot of nonfiction about it, and it is a wild time. But today is the 33rd anniversary, and a person I follow online, Alex Stacy, did a stream of videos about Chernobyl.
The history.
And the background of it. I have also recently read Jen and I both do like
What are the
disasters. Jen recently read a book called Midnight at Chernobyl by a guy named Alan Higginbotham.
$10, Travis.
Which is a great name.
Exhaustively researched.
It is one of the most detailed accounts of Chernobyl and the events afterwards, and like the whole background to it, and how it came to pass.
So you're paying me 10.
Was built,
9.
the way it was built, and how the city
Discount
was built,
of
and
1
everything.
because of our
Really good.
Right,
account,
so you need one
very
back?
well researched.
No, I just
On
took
the
one back
other
for your
hand,
supply.
I'm also reading a book
Oh,
right
you
now,
already
Manual
took
for
one.
Yes.
Survival.
You grabbed my money.
I did. Your precious jewels.
Not as well researched. At
So,
least not in the actual like physicality of Chernobyl itself.
So
You could have paid me 10 for it.
I'm
or
building
9
modern
for it.
No,
housing,
he had the
by
gold
way.
too.
Oh, okay.
I'm double
Okay,
checking
so-
my metro station
So I guess I'm gonna build this.
because I think my metro
Here.
station says during scoring this
Wow,
tile scores
that's
3
a good one.
VP
What
for
is
each
that? You need
residential,
3.
commercial,
Wait, guys,
industrial,
guys.
and public tile in the
Little
four corners
crosstalk.
of
I
the
want to hear
city.
Amanda.
So I wasn't sure, but I'm pretty sure I'm interpreting this right, and I would like to get your opinion on this.
Okay.
So I have my metro station.
Yes.
Which gives me 3 victory points, and then it shows like the 4 tile types
Yes.
in a corner.
Yeah.
And the way I'm reading this is, it doesn't matter what they are as long as it's one of those 4.
Yes.
But there could be, like, I could have put a residential in each of these 4
Yeah.
corners, and I would still get it.
I
I'm
agree with
choosing
your
to interpret
interpretation.
that because it says during scoring, this tile scores 3 VP for each residential, commercial, industrial, and public tile in the 4 corners of your city. The tiles need not be of the same or of different types.
That's pretty explicit.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. I'm glad I am reading that correctly because I'm hoping to create another neighborhood.
And what were you guys
There.
saying?
So this is a factory that requires having factories.
It's a factory.
So 3 or more factories, and you can build another factory.
Did you see the
Wow.
2 tiles that I wanted
No,
you to
not
see?
yet. I haven't.
Oh,
looked at them
okay,
yet.
okay.
Are we ready then?
So now I produce all 8.
We can get
By
anything we
myself.
want
From Travis.
I just bypassed for jewelry.
Our people just,
So you produce jewelry now?
Yeah, somehow I
Wow.
went from wood and coal and oil to jewels.
sounds great.
The world
There's
is a
reason.
magical place.
There's a reason for all of this, I promise.
What, for me?
No, for me.
Okay.
For what I've done.
So, I want you to, do you see why I laughed so
Yes,
hard?
Yes.
I was like, oh my god, it is a dead end.
Or
And the one under it, I genuinely was like, oh, I
I'm
can see it going down, like,
taking
right
this
now.
one.
dag nabbit.
But
There you go,
I was
Andy.
very amused.
Well, now you have power, so you're not going to lose points.
Yeah, I've got
I
power.
was like, oh my god.
I get $1.
Why do you get it? Oh, because you drafted
Every
something.
time I draft.
Ooh, oh, gosh.
So what did the police riots do?
So the riots are pretty
I'll
bad.
take that.
I think it's for
Some
every
wheels?
residential, commercial or industrial thing on your board, you pay $1.
Wow.
Unless you
Well, I got a
have,
police
unless you
station.
sacrifice those tiles,
Well, I got a police station.
which protects all the ones that are around it.
Yeah.
So you pay less.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm taking that because I get better points out of it.
Ring, ring, ring.
Yeah, I gotta. I have
The
to.
one that I
Absolutely.
I saw it and I was like, he can do it,
because
and it's too good not to.
the exchange rate is
So
just
I need you just
Yeah.
for the one,
it's
two.
fantastic.
Yeah,
I'm gonna take
I
this.
saw it and I was like, yeah, he has the resources. To
Has
do that.
everybody chosen something?
Well,
Yes.
Building time. I am building.
basically, I think I feel like we are a joined city. We're sister
combined
cities
together, you guys are a city.
because I saw a tile and I was like, this is perfect for Travis's city. I'm sticking it right on top.
Wow.
Oh yeah. The
So
well,
do
the other
tell
one I knew you
Travis.
couldn't do.
What
but
are
I
you-
put that one right under.
Travis, what are you building?
so I'm spending 25.
Yeah, he is.
Wow.
Wow.
To build a stadium.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's awesome. It's 25 VP.
That is worth 25 victory points at the end of the game.
So you just doubled
Yeah.
the victory points for that $25.
Yes.
Wow. That's pretty good.
That's pretty sweet.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah.
Yeah, there were two tiles in the stack that I gave him.
John,
that
what did you get?
I
I
was
got
like, yeah, he needs these.
condos and a restaurant.
Oh, it's a combination
It's a
item.
twofer.
It's a twofer.
That's nice.
I guess. I just am trying to figure out right now. It's 3 VP. To build it, I would need to pay glass and concrete. If I put it here, it's -1 more on this thing. But I'm just making sure it doesn't count as 2 for this negative thing.
What?
Basically, the thing.
Oh, I see.
Oh,
Yeah.
one each. Let's.
Yeah,
I'm
minus
gonna
one
check and see.
Per
there's
that's
something-
next to it, so it would be -1 more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So far, it's a 10-point thing because this is the only
Yeah,
one.
that's
Yeah.
the only one. But the benefit that you're going to get is going to outweigh the minus.
Probably.
That is an overall net positive by a wide margin, I'd say.
While you guys think, I'm building a police station. It costs 1.
Good call.
I'm building some high-rise apartments.
Yeah. 2, 3,
road just off of the.
6.
They get
Off
their own
into the
private
tundra.
road off into the mountains.
What did you just
He
pay
just
for?
paid you 6.
For glass and concrete.
Oh, okay.
All right, next round.
Oh, I had to pay 2 for that.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, I was very amused by that one tile. It was real good.
Well, it is very amusing.
It is very amusing. I'm sorry you couldn't build it because that would have been hilarious.
This one. Here you go, Andy. That's all.
This is the last round.
Yep.
What?
Well, it's the last generation.
Oh,
Yeah. I'm looking ahead to what I need, and I'm thinking,
Yeah, you have those. I could theoretically do that.
trying to remember what I've seen go by and what could be coming back to me.
Yeah, okay, I'll do that. I don't love it, but that's okay.
I'm gonna build this. Yeah, I'm gonna build this.
Okay. I believe it's
Travis is still thinking.
Shout on Trav.
So John's is Random Town.
Yeah.
Randomton.
Randland.
Randland.
Yeah.
All right.
Ooh, no. That
Yeah,
suggests
it
a
sounds-
grand, and
yeah.
no.
Okay.
How about we don't?
Okay. Oh my
right.
God.
Okay. What did you draft, John? I love this because
Yeah,
John
what did
doesn't
John
even know what he
get?
drafted until he actually turns it over.
Computer store. I need computer chips.
I'm
No one
sorry,
has
I
them.
haven't made those yet.
I guess
$5
you're
it
getting
is.
five coins.
There you go.
Andy, what did you get?
I am building Victorian houses.
Fancy.
They require planks, however.
Oof.
I do not have planks,
Travis
but
does.
Travis does.
Sure do.
And they cost 4. I don't have to pay a travel fee because I've got a road. So 1 back, please. My money generating machine is not working as well as I hoped because I keep giving my money to Travis.
Forgot $1 for the draft.
Oh yeah.
I'm building a plumbing supply store.
Nice.
Okay.
I need copper wiring to do that. Fortunately, my neighbor here has some. I don't have a road to him, but he's my neighbor, so am I just paying him?
Yep, you just pay him.
Beautiful.
You know what? I think you need change, so I'm going to give you 4.
Oh, thank you.
I'm not going to have you make change for me.
All right.
And I'm going to put that ball.
I'm building a warehouse.
Lovely.
For each resource you produce, it's worth points?
Oh, and I get,
Yes.
for putting that down, I get 4.
One victory point for each resource I make.
That's cool.
Wow. In
So-
addition to the victory points you already get from those resources, I think.
All right.
Do I get something at the end of the game for?
Yeah, it's along the
Oh!
top there.
Oh,
yeah.
right. That's a
Level
thing.
1s are worth 1, level 2s are worth 2.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. That's a thing.
John's
Yeah, it
thing
is.
there is worth 10. All right, so everybody's got some tiles to draft?
Yep.
Okay.
I pick you. You get this.
Okay.
I'm just wondering why everything leads to the computer store, because that's a dead-end road. Like, you go
Another
inside,
dead-end road in there, too.
you go up there, and then you never come back, because that's where the computer store is.
Computers just suck you right in.
Oh my god.
We get every time.
That's the end of
think I
the
have to
human
read
race.
this.
That's the end all setup, I guess. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm very tired.
I think I might actually need this in my town.
Why?
Um,
Will you lose points? I'm just surprised I managed to get oil. Still somehow afloat.
No, maybe I don't.
Ooh,
Honestly, I
Would've
thought
been
at this
hit
point I just
helpful
run out
earlier.
of money completely.
Oh, wait, no, that doesn't matter as much. Okay.
Aha.
I'm just not letting you have any residences, I'm sorry.
Not
Not that many are getting to me, because Andy has them all.
well, and I somehow managed to block Andy without consciously doing anything.
Okay. Okay.
I want that 1-2 wheel. I want it.
Are we good?
Yeah.
What's everybody building?
Let's see.
I'm building some brick house.
Nice.
I'm building some roofing. So
Requires wire.
yeah. So Travis, here you go. Wire.
You need
Wire
one
costs.
back.
Yeah.
There you
I get 5.
go. I have built an electronics factory, so now I do make those microchips.
How do you get
Okay.
5?
Oh, lightning bolt.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I am building a nursing home. It requires me to have 3 or more
Which you
residential,
do.
which
Did
I do.
you notice that it's a dead end?
It is a dead end.
Is there one that's just
Luckily, it fits
That's
with
the one
what
that I
I
was
built.
laughing about early on. I was like,
Yeah.
oh no, I don't have any place to put it.
Is there one that's just structures, like resident, like these? Is there one that just requires you to have like 3+?
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah,
I haven't looked
yeah.
at all the tiles. Well, this one required 3+ buildings.
Oh.
He's saying 3+ like generic.
Generic what?
Maybe.
Oh no, for like the public building. Because I haven't seen the tiles.
Because
Oh,
I've had
oh.
the 3+
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
factories.
that
Yeah, he hasn't
Yeah.
been looking at them, so
Yeah.
he doesn't know.
Final.
All right, we're down to 4. Hmm.
Pick that one. Here you go. Final 4.
No.
I think I've not been doing too well with this whole scoring thing. I have no idea what I'm actually aiming for. All I know is I filled up half of this board, and this part has just been blank.
All right,
Picking your natural resources.
I guess so.
I have a card.
I have a card.
I got a card. I don't know what it is.
Very in flavor, John.
Very.
Yeah.
Oh, I just realized I probably screwed myself. I meant to put I was going to put this here.
Yep.
Oh well.
We're good.
Okay. I'm building a collection agency. Immediately gets me 13 money.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I'm building a toy store. It immediately gets me 2.
Oh, no.
Did you draft the disaster?
John.
Crime wave. So I don't have that 13 money yet. Let's
So how
put
does
that
this work?
aside.
Do I pay this
All right.
too?
No.
No,
It
you are
happens to
immune.
everybody but.
Oh.
All right, so everybody, here's how the crime
I
wave
think we've
works.
all been avoiding the disasters to not
Yeah.
like screw
Yeah.
each other.
All right, so pay 2 money per house. So green, blue, or yellow.
Okay.
Or sacrifice a green, a blue, and a yellow.
Ew.
That's pretty bad.
So remember, your police departments protect everything that they touch, and diagonally.
Does anyone else have cops?
So
I do.
2,
I have-
4,
I have
6,
a police
8,
station.
10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 20, 2, 4, 24. I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 money.
It affects blue and
Does it
yellow?
count the
Green and
one that
yellow.
also is laid down during this phase?
Oh no,
Yeah,
it does
yeah,
not.
yeah, yeah.
I want to count that.
Okay.
So you guys can.
Well, it doesn't matter because that was diagonal for my police station.
Ouch.
Travis is paying
On.
money.
Ouch.
How much was it?
20.
Oh my god. High roller.
Well, I'm going to blow up my glass blower, my collection agency. Wait, no, that's the one I just placed. I
Yeah,
can't,
yeah,
I
that's
can't blow
saved.
that up.
I get $1 for draft.
So I'm making cars now. That's
Blow
cool.
up my tavern, and I'll probably have to lose one of my buildings.
yeah. I don't want to give up any of my buildings. I'm
I
just
don't
gonna.
want to give up any of my buildings either.
I'm just paid.
John.
I'm sorry, it's the power of the random.
Yeah, it was going to happen.
No, it didn't have to happen. We were only like 2 rounds away from it not happening.
I guess I'll lose my apartments. All right.
Could I have sold it instead?
No, disaster
It just
happens.
happens.
There's no
Okay.
way around it. If you draft the disaster, you must play it.
Oh.
You must.
Yep.
Yeah, you can't sell it for 5. You can't replace it with one of your cornerstones.
Basics.
You can't.
No, it must happen if you draft it.
So basically, he randomly drafted and screwed us all.
I mean, I'm
I'm
It was
not
bad.
okay with it, honestly.
It was
because
bad.
That's,
Alright.
I mean,
I'm basically, I think it has lost me the game.
oof.
Yeah. Because I don't have the money to just pay it.
How much
So I
would it be
have
for
to
you?
lose buildings. I have
So I
to.
think you might be able to split it up.
I don't think you can. That's what I was looking up.
What does it say for?
Either
Yeah.
pay 2 for each unprotected residential, commercial, and industrial tile in your city, or sacrifice 1 residential, 1 commercial, and 1 industrial of your choice.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
really
Do not split it up,
Yeah.
and I think it has lost me the game.
I just realized it was 22.
How many police
not
stations do you
20.
have?
Ouch.
I paid
1.
my extra.
Okay.
Here, protecting this block, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18.
How much do you have with the coins?
So I haven't gotten these 2 yet. So I have 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So I can't pay it in coins, which means I have to lose tiles. Yeah.
So do you have tiles that are worth no victory points that you can sacrifice?
They would lose me resources, and all of my residences are worth victory points, Andy. Every single one of them.
Which factory? I blew up my glass blower.
Like, you can't be like, well, I'll I won't pay for my residences because I'll lose a residence, or I'll pay for my residences and not. You can't split it.
You can't choose.
Which was
No.
here.
Like I can choose which tile to get rid of, but I can't. And I don't want to lose a corner tile, but then that orphans this. So that's what I mean. I think that basically screwed me. So.
I'm sorry, that was a fun mix in.
It was a fun idea until it sort of.
It blew up.
Yeah.
So instead of my glass blower, either way I'm losing a good resource. Yeah, I'm gonna blow up the glass blower.
I guess I'll lose
No,
my
yes.
own office.
I'm gonna destroy my pressure boiler, which loses me the diamonds.
I'll lose. This is horrible. This is all really horrible. Yeah, that, like. If I had those 2 coins, I would just pay them. But I don't have them yet because this technically isn't placed yet.
Do you guys mind
I don't.
No,
bending the
I'm
rules?
not.
Okay.
I don't want to do that.
Okay.
If we were going to bend the rules, I'd say let's let John pick a tile, not let me pay 2 coins
I'd
that
be fine
I
with
would
that.
otherwise not pay. Like, no. If we're going to bend rules, we'll bend rules so that it doesn't screw us all over.
Okay.
But if we're not going to bend rules to not screw us all over, let's not bend rules to let me pay money I don't have.
Is there an option to take them out of the game for the
I don't
base
think
thing?
so.
No?
When you had mentioned earlier that if you draft it, you must play it,
Yeah.
I was unaware of that rule, and I had replaced the fire in the second one with one of my cornerstones.
Well,
So that's why that never
I
came up,
hadn't made
guys.
that explicit. Okay.
Yeah, when you were saying that, like, no, it must be played. I was like, really? It has to be? Oh.
Oh.
What would the fire have done?
Burns
similar,
down residences, I think.
I think
Been similarly horrible.
Yeah.
yeah, a similar idea. I think it's just -1.
It's my
per-
residences that I'm agonizing over. Like the other 2 I can lose. The residences are kind of key.
Right, because you have
They're all connected to each other, and I have the corner thing
Yeah.
that I was trying to do. But if I lose this, it basically means I can't get down to that tile. So
Well, that one's protected, right?
it doesn't matter.
Okay.
I have to lose a green tile, and if I lose one of these, it orphans the other ones. So I can't lose one of these because otherwise it disconnects. Like if I lose this isn't connected to anything because it has no road going to it.
But it's still valid.
Is it?
Yeah. Yeah. So the rule with roads is if a road ceases to exist by either being removed from play or having something else go there, everything else is still good. In fact, roads leading off the side are still good as long as it doesn't have to lead back to the center. As long as you've got a road leading off, you're still good. You just can't build off of something that's not connected to the center. So, for example,
But I could reconnect
I destroyed
it to the
these 2.
center.
Yes, you could reconnect it to the center.
Oh, this sucks.
it's not ideal.
I don't like being able to screw people like that.
Yeah.
That's.
Sorry.
I don't like that it happened
No,
randomly
it's
either,
not your
'cause
fault,
it-
John. It was just random. All right.
That's the problem. Andy, the problem is that it wasn't intentional. It was something where it was like, because I specifically did not take the disaster tiles earlier. Like,
you had the flood earlier, right?
yeah, I could have
Yeah.
taken it and been like, yeah, screw everyone, and I didn't. I very intentionally did not screw my friends.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I thought we were friends.
I'm sorry.
Well, all right. I'll take this one.
Night pie.
And does everybody have a tile? No, Travis
I
is
have
still thinking.
1.
I don't have a tile yet.
Okay.
Oh, what did I lose? I lost my gold. So. Travis, you make everything, right?
Except for the
pretty
necklaces.
much.
Cool.
Except necklaces.
Do you want a lot of money?
Yes,
Great.
of course. And then to clarify, it's going to be the next round is our last round.
Yeah.
Yep, the
Yes.
next draft is the last draft.
Who has stone?
I do.
Okay. Do you also have ore? I can split
Nope.
it between two people, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Sweet. This is fortunate. So 2 go to here. I believe you get
Oh, I can't.
3.
Dang it. I can't do what I wanted to do
Yeah, 3.
because the road on this doesn't work.
1, 2, 3.
So I don't get a load of money, is what you're saying?
You might, because I might not have much option.
I mean, you're getting money from
yeah,
me.
I mean,
Liar.
you're gonna get money.
Uh,
It's just I need to do some math. I need to think for a moment.
glass.
Are you just looking through all your production to see what you produce?
Look at this thing.
Holy crap!
Yeah.
Look at.
That builds a lot of stuff.
Yeah, it does.
Very nice.
Is that the Modern Foundry?
Yes.
It's real sweet.
So
It does
Modern
cost a lot to
Foundry
build.
costs 2 plus stone and bricks.
Ore is what I've been saying.
Okay,
Yeah.
ore and limestone.
So it costs everything. So I paid Amanda for the limestone, and I paid Travis for the ore, and then I built this by paying the rest
But
of the town.
it makes wire, concrete, glass, and gold.
Yeah,
So this is
that's,
good.
that's nice.
That is pretty sweet.
And then I got 2 left.
I'm going to try building an apartment and retail zone. It costs planks and steel, which I have to buy from Travis. So I'm gonna.
I'm the only game in town.
Yeah, I know, right?
Jesus.
It's gonna cost me 8, I believe. Planks and steel is 8.
Yeah.
And I have my road that
Yep.
prevents having to pay an extra. And I immediately get 4 for building it.
Okay.
So I'll put 1 back and take 5.
I'm building a stock exchange.
Wow.
So there's another one.
Yes, there's one for retailers.
What is
Yeah.
this?
What's that?
Is there one for this?
I
maybe?
haven't
Who
seen it,
knows?
if there is. So I immediately get 6
Okay.
on that.
Stock exchange. And then at the end of round, get 9?
Get 9.
Nice.
I'm doing comparative math.
Take
Okay.
your time.
So it wouldn't have been as much of an issue if I wasn't if I wasn't
There.
working to get to that corner.
Is that what your last one's gonna be?
It all has been building towards this.
Uh-oh.
A city? An actual residence? For your people?
Oh, you're funny. No. No, nobody lives here.
Nobody lives in that town at all.
Oh my god.
But a lot of people work there.
A lot of people work here.
I guess.
Now,
I think I have to.
now, if you were to put a cornerstone somewhere on this map,
Where would I?
yeah, I mean,
Well, it
makes-
depends on what it is.
feels like this is a nice little, the stadium, the treasury with the weird architecture. Like this feels
That
nice.
seems better because this is already cut off.
Well,
This
no,
one is-
I mean this is next to the fire department and it comes down. But it just feels kind of out of the way at that
Yeah.
point. I mean, next to the hotel, I think is okay. You know, just it's near the gold. You know,
Beautiful
it's
gold.
next to the warehouse. I think once you know what it is, would make sense. You know what? This is closer to the trading post. I feel like thematically here is going to be the, yeah.
The end all be all.
Unless there's something in the last 2 tiles that really knocks my socks off, but I don't think there. I don't think there should be at this point. I've seen
We'll
these
see.
tiles already.
We shall see.
Unless it's like, oh, I can make I can make the diamond necklaces now. I just really want to complete out my my resource portfolio.
Oh, thank you so much for the bits.
Thanks, Lobster.
Thank you.
And thank you, Lobster of Revenge, for using the heart bits that gave us an extra bit.
When we get the heart bits?
Okay.
Heart bits
I'm
are a
going for
new
my
thing. They
original
just
plan.
appeared
It's-
today, I
yeah.
think. Amanda, the heart bits just appeared
Yes,
today?
as far as I know, I saw TQ talking about it on Twitter
Yeah.
and mentioning, she was like, I'm not entirely certain how this works because I haven't been on Twitch yet today, but I'm hearing people
But yeah,
talk about
if
it.
somebody uses heart bits,
Yep.
they for every 10 that
The-
they spend,
the
an extra
bleeding
1 is
purple
pitched in.
Heart.
Okay.
Yeah, the
Specifically.
bleeding
Not
purple
just heart, but the bleeding purple heart. For every 10 or more bits, we get a plus 10%.
Yeah.
So what was your ultimate plan?
So what I
I-
was hoping to do,
Yeah.
just to explain why I was doing a big debate
Talk
here.
it through.
So I have a cornerstone that would theoretically get me into that corner regardless because it's a four-way
Gotcha.
Okay.
Yeah.
road. And having something in a corner
Gets
gives
you an
me
extra.
an extra 3 victory
Right.
points for that tile regardless of what it is.
Right. And if
So-
it's a residence, you get an extra 4.
Except I have to get down to that residence, which
Right.
is hard. So I can't count on being able to get down there. And the residence that I picked is a dead end residence that only has a road coming off one side, so I can't put it here, which basically means I'm not getting to that corner. So it blocks me off from getting that 4th corner point. But I can put it here attached to here,
Yep.
and that one bulks up that neighborhood,
Yeah.
and I get a bonus for having neighborhoods regardless of their size.
Yeah.
So I had to do some comparative, but also the tile that I would have picked would have given me a lot more money at the end for income, and my cornerstone that would have come off of it gives me a bonus for a certain amount of
Yep.
income coming in. So I had to compare, are the points that I would get in addition for putting this here more than the points I would get for being able to build down to that corner and get money for additional income at the end of the game.
Okay.
Yeah.
And as it turns out, building the residence I think was the better plan.
Now,
Awesome.
I
So
ha-
are we
I-
on that then? Everybody
Yeah.
is.
So
What I
because
picked?
everybody else is already laid down for
Yeah.
this.
I
last
picked
one.
high-rise condos,
Oh
and
my
that
God.
does mean that Travis gets a lot of money. He's going to get 12 from me because I do not have planks, steel, or glass.
But you do
I
have
do
cement.
have concrete,
Yeah.
so I don't have to pay him for that. But he is
So that's
also my
10
next door
victory
neighbor,
points.
So
and it is 10 victory points plus the 4 victory points I get for
Yeah.
that being in a neighborhood. And these are now a neighborhood that get an additional point.
Yeah.
Like, the amount of victory points this was on its own made it worth the
So everybody
expense.
should have
So-
2 tiles now?
Yes.
So the one
I
that-
don't.
Where'd,
I have my 2 that Travis passed me. Those are the 2 I passed you.
where'd I put the ones that I should have given to Amanda? Did I put them over here?
Check them. You're the one who would know.
Yes.
Okay.
These are the last
So-
2.
So you were
just-
trying to not give me tiles, is what you're saying.
Just
I don't know why I
to
put 'em over
clarify,
there.
because I really wasn't
There you go,
sure
last
on
one.
residences, and I haven't been playing them. Is this 3 neighborhoods
No,
or 1
it's
neighborhood?
We
three
actually covered
neighborhoods.
that, yeah.
Three
Yeah, we
neighborhoods.
did look into that. They have to be connected by roads.
Okay.
So
And this-
I had
Yep.
a threefer here,
Yep.
but because I was trying to
Go down.
go
Yeah.
down here,
I
I
gotcha.
didn't want to get rid of this. And also, this was 4 victory points, and that was 2 victory points as a tile on its own.
Yep.
So, I mean, it did mean that I could build that 10, but it also meant that I lost the additional points for having 3 in a row,
Plus 9.
which is a bit of a bummer. Yeah, I definitely would not have been able, if I had built my cornerstone here, my last turn, instead of building this, I could have built down to this corner and I would have gotten the additional points for it. But it definitely would not have been worth enough points to be worth it. So I'm actually going to
Huh.
build my cornerstone instead of one of these. I'm going to pitch one of those and build my last cornerstone.
So, everybody else has already selected, yeah?
Well,
yeah.
I have 3 things I could build
Yeah.
right now, and all of them get me the same number of victory points.
Yeah.
I forgot to get a coin.
All right.
2 of them involve giving money to my compatriots here, and one of them involves not. So I think the cruel thing to do would be to just build a cornerstone. The more neighborly thing to do would be to pay 9 monies to John to use his necklace to build a thing.
I don't know. Do what you want to do.
Yeah, I'm going to pay John 9 monies.
Okay.
So I'm building a jewelry store. If I could have 1 back.
Here you go.
Thank you.
There you go.
The jewelry store immediately gets me 6 monies back. So I paid 9 but got 6 back.
Huh.
I'm building a finance department.
I could build jewelry and complete it out, right?
Yeah.
Well, you're just
Could.
missing this. That's the only
But
thing.
yeah,
you're
well,
missing.
we're already
don't care
past
about
that at
those.
that point. So, but no, I'm
You're
not.
building the one that you've been on.
Trade office.
That's a
Upon
lot of
placement,
money.
I get 2 money for every blue and yellow that are adjacent to one another.
Nice.
Good
You
job.
sure
that are
have a
adjacent
lot.
to one another?
Yep.
So
I saw that one.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
$10. That's pretty
So
good.
$20.
Oh,
Yeah.
2 times it.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. And I got this import thing, which I don't know what it does.
And you know
But it
what?
gives me 2 points.
You know what?
It
Yeah,
decreases
tiles
the cost of building
need not
things.
be connected, and a tile may be part of up to 4 pairs.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I really just
I was
want to
pretty
get
sure
that.
he was doing it right, but yeah.
Wow.
I read that for clarification
It was a
before I
good call.
picked it. Yep.
Well done.
Okay.
So Travis got to the 50 coin
This is
marker.
this is where all your people live.
All right.
Is up here, and in these brick houses, which they
Amanda,
technically can't get to, because there's no
Amanda?
road here.
do you have a pen? Then I will ask you to be scorekeeper if you don't mind.
I can do that.
Travis, can you help me do the maths?
Hey chat, this game comes with a scorecard.
Or bad.
So phase after. How does everything
Oh yes,
resolve as far
now
as end of
monies. Everybody gets monies except Amanda, you had something that paid out before the final payout?
No.
Or, okay.
I did.
Mine is of final income.
Okay.
So at the end of this generation, things that would pay out at the end of a generation they count as victory points towards that.
So Travis, how does your thing work?
During scoring, this tile scores 1 VP for excluding your income at the end of the 3rd generation. Okay.
So basically, that 50 right there is balancing out the fact that you have no residences.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
But
that's
you score 2 points on top of that.
11.
So
All right,
the
so
first thing we do.
well,
do you-
first
But-
let's get our final income.
Yeah.
So final income.
And keep it
4,
separate from your
5,
personal supply, which is what you've got pre-final income.
Yeah, so that's
16, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37.
How do I calculate my income actually?
It's the little ovals that
Okay.
you have on any of your tiles. It's that.
Okay.
Because that's what you would get at the end of a generation, which is now.
I got 37.
I'm actually going to trade in some of my coins for a
Yeah.
5 so that I can do maths.
Trading in some coins for a 20.
All right, so I have.
That's weird.
What?
This 20 is misprinted and it looks like it's a 50. It's clearly a 20.
You got a special box.
It's
Yeah.
mirrored.
Yeah, that is weird. Okay, so we have our final income.
Yep.
And I'm keeping mine separate from my
Yeah,
existing
I
monies.
mingled mine because it doesn't matter.
For me, it does because
Yeah.
I get bonus points
Yeah,
for
exactly.
final income. So now we're going to count victory points on the tiles on our boards, I'm pretty sure.
Yes,
Do
okay.
not worry about the ones with question marks, only the ones that have actual values.
Okay.
Okay.
And you aren't doing like neighborhoods or anything like that, just straight up.
$30. 20.
Travis?
33.
Hang on, I lost count a second time.
Oh.
$33.
All right, so now you look at your question marks and calculate those.
I have none question marks. That's very easy.
I have a bunch of question marks, so.
I have, I believe, 9.
What's it coming from? Oh yeah, 11 minus 2. Yeah.
I actually need to note mine on another piece of paper because I have to add them together because
To
one
put
of
it
them
on
is
the
the
back,
neighborhood
yeah.
thing, yeah. So that's that one, and this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that is 3, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Math, chat. It's fun.
Travis?
25.
And you have
0.
9.
Now neighborhoods. And the way you calculate neighborhoods, Travis, don't worry about this. For every one that's by itself is 1 point. For every 2 that are connected, you get 3 points. For every 3 that are connected, you get 6 points. For every 4, Andy, how many do you have connected?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
8, you get 36 points.
36 points.
I have 4.
Total. So you
4.
have 4 connected?
Yes.
You get 10 points for that.
Okay.
And I have, let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah. Travis, donut hole. Okay.
Resources. So the resources that you create. So it's 1 victory point for each of the first level, 2 victory points for each of the second level, and 10 victory points for each of the third level.
Yep. So Amanda, I'm easy.
Yep.
Because I'm 5.
Okay. John?
21.
Travis is going to think for a moment.
39.
Nice.
And I've got 1, 2, 3, 5, 7. All right. For every 2 coins you have, 1 victory point.
So just divide by 2. Rounded down. The tension is killing me.
I hope it'll last.
My favorite calculation is, have you guys played 5 Tribes?
I have never played 5 Tribes. Can you believe it?
That one's a really good end game score.
That's one that I've always wanted to try.
I have a copy.
Awesome. Someday.
Someday.
Andy, how much do you have?
26.
John?
16.
Travis?
42.
Wow. Life, the universe, and everything.
Yeah. Pollution. So,
Yeah.
does anyone have any pollution giving them negative points?
I don't believe.
I do
so.
not.
I think I
Let me
was
look at how
lucky.
this works.
For each pollutant that is orthogonally adjacent
For each
to...
residential tile in your city,
One.
check whether it is nearby one of the polluting tiles. You lose 2 VP for each orthogonally adjacent and 1 VP for each diagonally adjacent. I don't have any.
That's
So
one,
that's
I think,
cool.
for me.
So 1 for you?
Yeah.
So -1 for John.
You have a diagonal.
This one.
Oh, that one generates pollution.
Andy, you don't have anything, right?
My pollution is down in this corner, so it's
Yeah,
not
I-
anywhere near my residence.
I kept my pollution down here, so.
I was worried about that power plant because I needed to place that
Yeah.
power plant.
Yeah.
All right. So you lose 10 VP if you do not have any residential tiles in your city.
So
Travis. Everybody else is fine
Yep.
Okay.
because everybody else has at least 2
Yeah, okay, cool. All
power
right.
plants.
Does everyone have at least 1 power plant?
Nope. You
Travis
have
has
at least
no
one
power plant?
I have no power plant here.
Oh, all that production and no power?
I was just mooching off of John.
Yeah, because John's got how
me.
many power plants?
A ton.
Yeah. You lose 5 VP if you do not have at least 1 power generating tile in your city. So Travis has -5 there, and the rest of us have power.
All right, Amanda.
I got mine real early, so I didn't
Calculating?
have to think about it for the rest of that. So, yeah, I'm actually going to go to my calculator for this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Screw that.
Oh man. I feel like Travis locked this up, but
Yeah.
those negative 15 points at the end could change
knows?
things. I love John's strategy. I think that he maximized the value of the random tiles, and he did not get dinged by that crime wave.
Yeah, the crime wave was really
That was horrible.
that was
Yeah.
unfortunate.
2 of the tiles that I took at the very beginning of the game would have helped with that crime wave, and I didn't use either of them.
Which were, I still had mine.
Yeah, I had a public security department and insurance office.
I had a penthouse. Had I built this, it would have been 6 points plus 1 for each orthogonal, what is it, blue tile.
Yeah, I had a tourism board, which seemed to be any time you place a tile
That's blue?
next to a blue tile, you get 2. But I wasn't really certain.
Yeah, and that sounds right
Great.
to me though, based on the picture.
Whenever you place a tile in your city, you get you get two money for each commercial tile the newly placed tile is directly connected to.
Okay.
All right, final scores.
Yes, okay.
See how it goes.
John, I'm sorry, but your random scoring did put you in last
Okay.
with 85.
Okay.
Okay.
I am in second place with in third place with 93.
Okay.
Which, if I had had my
Your contiguous
well,
neighborhood.
the 3, because
Yeah.
3 does give you a significant
Yeah.
bump.
Yeah.
So, Andy,
Yep.
100 even.
Wow.
Straight, even.
Yeah.
100. Nice.
And Travis, 124 points.
Woo!
Congratulations.
Jeez.
Not
I
a
would've
single
been-
person living in his city,
I would have
but
been a
it
lot
scored
closer
well.
to you, Andy, had I had that. And if I had
Yeah.
managed, if I hadn't had to lose tiles, I would have been able to make it
Get
into
to that corner. Yeah.
And that would have gotten me that extra point. That would have given me an extra point. So I think that would have put me more on par. If I had had 2 more coins, I just would have given money for it. And that
So
would have been fine.
I was really banking on the mid-tier
Yeah.
dependency.
oh man.
So Travis having all that money at the end,
Yep.
the money and resources were really what put Travis
Oh yeah.
massively ahead.
I mean, look at all the resources his city is generating.
Yeah.
Mine's generating 4.
Like
It's generating glass,
penalty,
wood.
The penalty for having no residents just didn't even touch you.
Yeah.
It more touched you that you didn't have any points for residents,
Yeah.
but even that, Andy had a whole lot because
Yeah,
he
I
had
thought that was
really
gonna be-
interconnected residents.
Yeah.
But
And the thing was is that I sort of accepted right around this tile is when I accepted
Which one?
I'm
the
glad I
direction.
did. You're
Yeah.
welcome, by the way.
You weren't gonna be able to afford
Stadium?
it.
That was amazing.
could've
But
sold
I
it for
could have taken it
$5.
and sold it.
That's true.
And just to keep it out of your hands.
Now,
Yeah.
Travis's,
I
like,
was seeing
it
you
was
as the
production
place
queue.
where all of my people go work.
yeah. And I was paying him for all those resources.
Thank you.
Well, thank you very much. I'm glad you got to tune in and see a little bit of it, Lobster of Revenge.
Yeah, 'cause that was early in Generation 2, right? That I was like, well, I
That
guess,
was like first pick, Gen 2. Yeah.
It's like, all right, I guess this is what we're doing now.
I was like, oh, Travis needs this.
Right, because that was the nursing home was
Yeah.
was right
No,
on top
it
of
was early Gen 3 then. It was like first pick, second pick Gen 3. Because that's a level 3 card.
Oh yeah.
There.
Right. I could have looked at the back of the tile.
could've.
So, last thoughts. How did everybody like the game?
I liked my strategy to a point.
I thought it was fun.
I'm a fan of drafting games.
I don't like
like
the disasters.
Seven Wonders.
Disasters,
yeah,
I
I
really
agree.
hate them.
The
Mitigated out,
disasters.
That because
Definitely.
it like I like the idea that you have a strategy and that the way that you keep things out of people's hands is by drafting them and not
Yes.
building them.
Yeah.
I don't like the idea that like you can mess with someone's existing board so badly.
Yeah. And having that hit us like 2 turns from the very end.
I couldn't
It was
fix
a
it.
disaster.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I couldn't fix it. It did let me build those high-rise luxury condos, but those high-rise luxury condos I don't think would have. They didn't make up enough of a difference. Being able to get down to this corner and having that uninterrupted 3-4 up here, I
What
think
is
would have been worth a
the
lot
4
more.
corner score?
So my 4 corner score was each corner
Oh.
would have been worth an additional 3 points.
Okay.
So being able to get down to that corner and have that additional 3 points, in addition to having,
The 2 points.
I had
for
it.
the
Well, I
thing,
had a
right?
2-point resident, but that also would have given me, instead of having like this being worth 3 points and 1 point, it would have been worth 6 points. So that would have given me a little bit more here. And I also would have had the victory points for whatever I put there, instead of having to be like, well, I guess I have to do this other thing that I hadn't really been planning on doing.
So in terms of replayability,
So I think it would have put me more on, it wouldn't have won me the game, but it definitely would have put me more on par with Andy
Yeah.
as opposed to further down.
I mean, Travis just knocked it out of the park.
Yeah.
Travis just,
This-
there was no
Travis
catching him
built an
after a
industrial
certain
park.
point.
One of
Yeah.
my one of my
With a hotel.
One of my favorite games that I haven't gotten to in a while is Suburbia.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
And so there was a lot of between the 7 Wonders. Like I also enjoy 7 Wonders, and so having the sort of like prerequisite, you need this stuff to build this stuff, and the whole adjacency bonus
That
zoning.
adjacency bonus for you.
Oh my
was
goodness.
wild.
Yeah.
That was so good.
And I was wondering to myself too. I was like, yeah, because
Is it
because
really gonna matter?
because
But
it
then-
only it will only take effect once when I
Right.
place it. So I was also settled on this is going to be the absolute last thing I
It's
place.
going to be the very
it's
last
a
time.
and it's a 4-way, so I can literally place anywhere. I just forget about it for the time being and just try and place what I could where I could.
And that was
to-
sort of what I was thinking with my last cornerstone was if I place it, I get that extra income bonus. If I don't, it's no big deal. So like I said, the debate that I was having with myself at the end is getting that twofer here with the 10-pointer worth more bonus points because I have that residence bonus where I'm getting 4 points for each residence.
yeah.
Is that worth more than getting down into that corner and getting some additional coins? But the additional coins, it's 1 victory point for 5 coins.
Right.
Yeah.
So it would have gotten me 2 additional points plus 5 for getting, plus 3 more for the corner. So that would have been like an extra 5 points. That residence there was 10 points on its own. And I'm spending money, but it's,
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to be getting money anyway. So yeah,
like towards the end towards the end of this game, and
even, but
you do sort of get into a bit of that sort of number salad kind of what is the optimal move here.
I'm not good at that.
Yeah.
My brain does not work that way. It starts like losing numbers off the end when I hit a certain point.
On the last turn, I had the opportunity, and I was thinking about placing here. There was the one to make it the jewelry, and just to complete out the portfolio, if nothing else.
Yeah, why not?
Because that was going to be worth 10 points.
Right.
And this, well, I kind of mathed it out beforehand, was also going to be worth 10 points.
Yeah.
And I saw this. My warehouse also allows 1 extra victory point, and I was like, okay,
Might as well.
Technically, the jewelry would have been the optimal play, but I had been holding on to this for so long and building towards it. I'm like, I can't not do it.
You gotta do it, and it put you over the top.
So
it really, like, if you look at your scoring from your question mark, like, for this, your little, like, bonus thing, when you build it, you get all that money.
I got all that money.
And then that money was what really put you, like, you got 39 for resources.
Yep.
But that by itself wouldn't have been enough, because, like,
But
we all got
42
something
for
out of
money.
money. But you got double what, like, anyone else got for money. And that really did put you well over the top there.
And that's even with having spent 22 on the crime spree and 25 on the stadium.
Yeah.
So that's a fair amount.
So much of the mid-tier resource building, and you guys building the other stuff. That's the thing, like all the residencies. You guys weren't building factories because you were building.
I was building a huge neighborhood. Yeah.
Right, you were building neighborhoods instead, which is fine, but you need to get the resources elsewhere.
So interesting to note, there are a ton of cornerstones that we didn't use.
Oh yeah, we only had.
So there's a lot of
start with.
replayability in that. In the cornerstone drafting, you're going to end up with different stuff.
And you said there were 2 different mats as well?
Oh yeah, there's two
There are
more
2
mats.
So the resources that you can get are, I had limestone as my initial resource.
Yep, I started with chemicals on mine. Travis started with this idyllic place that produced wood and built this
And he
vast
just built-
commercial empire over it.
I'm just wondering why coal only has 3. That's the
Yeah,
only
why
other
it
one.
doesn't have a road
connectors?
going south?
Yeah.
I don't know. There must be.
Yeah, it was
Did all the
weird.
other ones have 4?
Yeah, it was like, why are you
where's
even
the other
Travis the
2
one that has
boards?
a 3-way road?
Oh, here they are.
Maybe coal is inherently a better resource in the early game meta.
So
maybe.
ore
It might
also
be.
only has 3.
But it has no north.
It has no north.
I think those get used a lot in the early.
Probably.
Coal and ore did come up even later on the game still,
Yeah.
and that may actually genuinely be that was their way of balancing that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I could see that.
So I am super
quite like
glad
this.
that I got
It's
this
fun.
game.
This was fun.
Quite a
It
good
was
jam.
definitely a lot of fun, a lot of
Are these
playability.
for
So the big bags are. Hang on.
Take your time.
This game, just for you, chat.
this game?
The
does
game
come
comes with a
enough
lot of baggies.
bags to put everything in.
Yeah.
And if you are
So I was
going
going
to
to use
insert,
small bags.
you
for
better come with bags.
resources.
Yeah.
I wonder what's more cost effective to produce. Because
Oh, I'm
bags
sure
you can
bags.
probably easily get,
Yeah.
whereas inserts have to be printed, but inserts are like just cardboard.
I don't know.
In
I think
theory,
baggies
like you
are
can make
probably
a cheap
cheaper.
insert.
You
But I
can
think
also
it's
make like
easier to get baggies.
Yeah, in my mind I had
You can just
like
have them made.
I was thinking of like injection mold plastic,
Yeah.
and not every game, nor do I expect every game to come with that.
I'm just assuming it's got to be cheaper to do the insert because look at Fantasy Flight. You get so many of those like same exact copy and paste inserts.
They don't have bags or inserts.
Yeah, I know.
Exactly. That's
They
the
just
thing.
have.
They just have
Fantasy
a
Flight
they
boxes
just
just
have a trench
have-
in the middle
yeah.
of the box.
So where's the 3 bag? There's 3. And there should be 1 large bag for all the cornerstones.
But it is always nice when they give you enough bags, at least.
Yeah.
They
to
actually gave you spare in
properly
this.
separate.
Nice.
I've got 2 extra
Oh,
bags.
I need all those twos.
I did look this.
Can I have
I did
those
look this game up.
cornerstones?
on BGG really quick today before coming in.
Schools?
I didn't look out strategy or anything. I did see one comment saying, "Man, I really don't think that 50s get used all that often." It's like,
So you were real
I
proud.
was like,
of
yeah, I
yourself.
got a 50.
Got there.
Even making change to go to the 20, I was like, I felt like I was like, yeah, look at me.
I'll take the score pad and toss it in here.
You can't have my pen.
Okay.
There you go.
This is my PAX pen.
Well, that was so much fun. I
is my-
enjoy that game. It
Lots
does
of
have
bullets
a
everywhere.
solo mode, so you can play it by yourself.
Against AI
Um,
or against?
You're actually playing multiple cities.
Nest Star bags.
And it has a 5-player version.
Yep. It has a 5th column on the
Yeah.
score sheet.
And in the 5-player version, you pay even more if you're buying from the person across the table from you. So, because you pay 2 extra.
Yeah.
Well, isn't in 5 players? Wouldn't they technically only be one away? And
Oh, you're
so,
right. You're
yeah.
right. There's 2 people that are one away.
it would have to be a 6-player game. and
Yeah,
that's
that's not a possibility. At least not until they come out with an expansion.
The city of tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
The day after tomorrow.
Oh gosh.
Oh no.
Roland Emmerich now.
Do we have any ideas for next week? So we played a PAX game that I wanted to play. We played a PAX game that Amanda wanted to play. We played John's
Dwarf,
PAX game. Yep. And we played Catacombs, but you weren't at PAX, so you couldn't get a PAX game.
I
Right.
have a game that I think Travis would enjoy.
Oh.
What's that?
Fireworks.
Oh,
Right.
it's so
fireworks.
You
cute.
mentioned fireworks.
It's got kitties. It's got fireworks. It's got a dexterity component. It's also got a tile placement component.
I would be on board for
And
fireworks.
fun mechanics for when you don't manage to do the dexterity thing you're supposed to do.
Oh well, I feel like that checks a lot of boxes for our group.
Doesn't it?
Yeah. All right. So next week, fireworks.
We can probably end up playing like more than one round.
Yeah,
of it,
it's a pretty
because
quick game.
It's a pretty quick game.
And I hope some of you will join us for our D&D session,
Sunday.
3 p.m. Eastern on Sunday, when we will be playing Session 3 of Ravnica Rising, which I have entitled The Uprising.
We're going to
And
jail.
it's going to be a lot of fun. I'll be DMing that adventure in Ravnica in D&D, and Amanda will be playing in it.
Yeah.
And possibly John will be running tech. We'll see.
We'll see.
I'll be
But
here in
until
spirit.
then, maybe you'll be here in chat.
No, in spirit.
Okay.
Okay.
Just in spirit.
Only in spirit.
We'll hear banging on the walls. And we're like, that's Travis.
The
What I
lights will
want is
flicker.
for you to show up and just stand in the stairwell and go in the middle of the stream, but you won't be mic'd, so no one in the stream will hear you. Only we'll hear you.
What if there was like a border for when
And we'll
we
be
did,
like, it must be the Orzhov.
split screens on the
Yeah.
Ravnica Rising, because you have that fancy border. You just take like a still shot of Travis and you make them all faded. Just have him floating around the screen.
I doubt that'll happen, but I hope that you'll join us anyways. Thank you, everybody, so much for joining us for Neom. I had a lot of fun, even if
It
I
was good
didn't
fun.
win.
Yeah.
And yeah,
I didn't. You know what? I feel like it was a game that I definitely didn't win, and I definitely feel like I got screwed over by that crime wave.
that crime
But
wave.
I still had a lot of fun playing it, and
really
to me,
good.
that's the mark of a good game. Is
Yeah.
when I don't do well, and I feel like I got screwed, but I would definitely play it again anytime. So, like, because there are games where I haven't done well,
And you
I've
just
got
never
kinda
wanna
screwed,
touch it
and
again.
I'm like, you know what? That was unfun to play. Like,
Yeah.
it wasn't just that I didn't do well, it was just the process of playing wasn't fun. The process of playing was fun no matter how well I did. And
Yeah.
yeah.
Placing tiles is fun.
Well, to me, I felt like I was creating this city,
Yeah.
and I had this whole relationship with Travis's city because I had all of his residents. They were
Yep.
living in my city and then commuting to produce lots of luxury goods and stuff.
That they then went back to your city to
And spent,
consume
yeah,
and enjoy.
and, yeah, they were having a ton of fun buying toys and stuff in my city after making those toys in yours. It was great.
Yeah, it was fun. All right.
So yeah.
I'm going to say good night, everybody.
Judy, bye.
Good night, everyone.
Jenny, bye. Thank you for joining us,
See
and
you
we'll
next
see you again very soon.